Welcome in, guys. Welcome in. Do me a favor. Help me out. Tap that screen. Help out with live goal. Appreciate you. A lot of you are asking. A lot of you don't know that song. That is Uncle Walter by Ben Folds 5. It's off their first album. I never thought about this, but listening to those lyrics, the person that he describes in that song, the person he describes in that song is basically Donald Trump. That's who he's describing in that song, which is fucking hilarious. That I never thought about that, but so yeah, good times. Welcome in, everybody. Welcome to Nemo, guys. Keep tapping that screen. If you voted for Donald Trump, you are welcome to hop in the box over here on the Tiki Talks or give us a ring on the tube. Let's see, do something over here on the tube. Well, that screen isn't going to help me do anything. Nemo has a smile on? Okay. Got it.
Yeah, I definitely... I don't know, I probably got Amanda in a little bit of trouble earlier. I steamrolled 2 red hats in less than 5 minutes, and she had to restart the live.
Oh, no.
So, in that kind of mood, got some momentum.
It might be both of us, man. I've been watching the news. I mean, I am not happy. I'm not. I've been watching what they've been doing. I'm watching the bombings in Lebanon. I'm not in a fucking mood to be fucked with. So come at us.
Yep.
I was on a live earlier with our friend Jacob there, and there was a guy. I forget what his name was. He had like 20 some odd thousand followers. I forget what his name was, but he was like, he kept saying the stupidest things. And I finally went up there with him, and I was like, dude, what are you talking about? Yeah, any of you who were there, like, it was ridiculous. He kept saying things, and then he was like, he made the claim, he's like, the CIA, because he was talking about, he was Blaga. He was talking about, like, WMDs in Iraq. And then he's like, the CIA in 2004 came out and said that they had WMDs. And I was like, no, they didn't. I was like, they put out a report in 2005 that specifically said they did not. It's the Duffler report. I was like, abso-fucking-lutely not. So, no, not a thing. No, it was not Mark and Hater. No, it wasn't. But very similar type of person. Let's just say. And then he's like, no, I can prove it to you. I can prove it to you. Then he goes and he's like typing, doing all this stuff. He's like, okay, I got it for you. And then he's like, I'm just gonna put it up on my screen. And I was like, no, tell me the name of the article because I want to look it up. Or the report. I want to see the report. And he's like, no, I'll just put it up on the screen. I was like, no, I want to read the report. Tell me what it is. He gives me the name of the report. Nemo, I shit you not. It was the official name of the Duffler report. It was like whatever it was, I forget what the official name of the Duffler report is. It was like the comprehensive report of the special advisor to the DCI on Iraq's WMDs or so, like something like that's what it that's the official name of it. That's what he pulled up. And I'm like,
reading comprehension.
So then he pivots to, no, but you're talking about weapons of mass destruction as they defined them back then. I'm talking about them as we define them now. He's like, they changed the definition in 2011. I was like, did they now? So then we looked it up, and they changed the definition in 2009, and it narrowed the definition a little bit. It was like the federal statute. It's like 18 USC 23 something. I forget what it was. I could pull it, but it was like it narrowed the statute, and I'm like, dude, this hurts your argument because it narrows it down. It doesn't expand the definition of WMDs. And then I read for him verbatim the statute. He's like, no. You're wrong. Hey there. That's Brett Cross. Look at that fellow. Look at that fellow down there. I see you down there, Brett Cross. And then he's like, no. And then he starts reading it back. The same thing. He's like, no, I'll explain it to you. He starts reading it back, and Jacob was just like, he's like, fuck off, dude. He finally dropped him. We talked to him for like 45 minutes. It was absolutely fucking ridiculous. This guy.
Holy shit.
I know. He had like 20 some odd thousand followers. No, I'm sorry. It's not Brett Cross. Sorry. Never mind. Apologies. No, my bad. I thought it was Brett Cross, but it's clearly not Brett Cross. That's my bad. Dude, you would have absolutely lost your shit. And then he kept saying, he's like, I never said that about WMDs. I never said it. Literally, the minute that I was off the live and Jacob ended him, he sent me the clip of the guy saying that fucking verbatim. It was really fucking funny. So, look at that.
Oh, my God.
Oh, that's fun. Anyways, this is I can just tell it's going to be that kind of a fucking day, dude. It's going to be that kind of a day.
Imagine trying to argue that Iraq had WMDs. Like, one of the most notorious lies ever.
Of all time. Hello, thank you for calling the stream. Did you vote for Donald Trump?
Yes.
Okay, how old are you and what state did you vote in?
26. I'm in Ohio.
Okay, 26, Ohio. Would you like to discuss one of the subjects that we have above or something else that Donald Trump is doing right now?
Mainly the Iran war.
Okay. What would you like to talk about?
Yeah, so I support the war in Iran.
Okay.
So, are you opposed to what we're doing in Iran right now or no?
Did Donald Trump say that he was going to start no new wars when he was running for president?
Sure.
Is that one of the things that everybody kept saying with MAGA, that he's the president of peace, that he's going to end wars, not start wars? The thing that they railed against Joe Biden for repeatedly over and over and over again, that, quote unquote, there were wars started under Joe Biden, even though Joe Biden didn't start a single war while he was president. Um, why are you happy about the president starting a war? I'm just curious.
I would sort of push back on the idea that we started this war. I think Iran has consistently shown themselves to be a bad faith actor, and I believe that they're pursuing nuclear weapons, which are a threat to the stability of the world and the region generally.
It's so weird. I thought you said I must have, our connection must be a little bad, because I thought that I heard you say that we didn't start this war, and I could have sworn that we absolutely were the ones who started this war by bombing Iran along with Israel.
Yeah, you would be mistaken by
Oh,
that.
really? That's so weird. So how did Iran start the war? Did they fire upon one of our ships, one of our military bases? What did they do to start the hostilities? Please do tell.
Well, it doesn't necessarily have to go kinetic in order for it to be defined as an act of war, right? So
Really?
when 100%, when Iran increased their enriched uranium from, it was like 3.6% to 60%, and they did that within 2 years post the JCPOA agreement. There's no reason to go to that level of enrichment unless you're planning on building a bomb.
Post us pulling out of the JCPOA?
Yeah,
Oh, the agreement that kept them from doing that?
but you still have so why would you go to 60% enrichment though?
Why would we be upset if they went past limits that were imposed by the JCPOA?
Why would you want to build a nuclear bomb?
Why is it our business?
Because they've threatened to use the nuclear bomb in the region.
We have. We're the only country that has used a nuke in the history of countries.
Yeah, but there's a huge difference between using a nuke against a power that declared war on you and was actively committing the mass slaughter of civilians, as opposed to a regime which will. I've read
You're
estimates
breaking
up
up.
to 30,000, but I've seen some.
Your phone
Can you hear me now?
Hey bud, your phone is breaking up. Can you move to an area where maybe you have better service or Wi-Fi? I don't know. Your phone was just breaking up. We can barely hear you.
What about now?
Speak for just a minute.
Can you hear me? Can you hear me better now?
We can hear you a
Hello?
little bit better now. Yeah, we can hear you a little better now.
Okay, I apologize about that.
That's okay.
But what I was saying is, like, there's a huge difference between us dropping a bomb in World War II after Japan got done, killing millions of people in China and declaring war and actively participating in, aggressive military posture, as opposed to Iran, which is pursuing a nuclear bomb. I mean, let's just be intellectually honest. They're pursuing a nuclear bomb because they want to destroy Israel and they want to destroy us. And Saudi Arabia and other nations in the region don't want them to have a bomb.
Do you think that where's your evidence for them wanting to do that?
You don't enrich your uranium beyond the necessary amount to have nuclear power unless you're intending to build a weapon.
You can do
There's
it for
no
nuclear
reason to have
research.
60% enriched uranium. Or
You can do it for nuclear
there's
research.
no reason for you. What?
You can do it for research purposes.
Yeah,
Also,
but let's be honest. That's not what Iran is doing, man.
I mean, this is the thing, dude. Do I want more countries to have nukes? No. Do I understand if Iran wanted to get a nuke? Yes. Also, this is important. nukes are literally considered haram, so they would not actually make one. Like the
That's
Ayatollah has
insane, bro.
the Ayatollah explicitly declared nuclear weapons as haram.
Dude, that's insane. That's literally
What's
insane. Look,
insane?
I mean, that's insane that nukes are haram. Come on, man. Like the Quran doesn't mention
I'm not
anything about nuclear
exaggerating.
weapons. Here's the point, right? The real central point of this debate is intent matters, right? So I'll just lay out my broad philosophy on this, and you can tell me where you think I'm mistaken. The intent of the regime matters a lot. So, like with Russia during the height of the Cold War, we knew that we were dealing with actors who had an investment in this temporal plane, right? We're dealing with people who have a communist, Soviet ideology, but they don't want to die, right? That's why that war never went kinetic. With Iran, you're dealing with a regime anchored in a religion, and with a religion with an explicit idea of, holy war, martyrdom. I think it's qualitatively a different situation. Like having a regime like that have access to nuclear weapons is even different than someone like Kim Jong-un. Like Kim Jong-un has nuclear weapons and he shouldn't, and it's a tragedy that he does, but Kim Jong-un is still very much invested in like wanting to continue to live in this life, wanting to continue to, be rich and abuse his, like he's invested in that project. A religious regime is fundamentally different at an ideological root level. That's really why
So
this was done. Like this wasn't done because Israel pushed us into war or because, there was some sort of like AIPAC pulling the strings. This is understood by Saudi Arabia. You can watch the interview with the prince. They all know, like none of them want Iran to have nukes. Like that's the reality of the situation. And the truth
okay,
is we're the only ones with the military might to stop it.
not even close.
What do you
Like, I
mean?
mean, as far as having a military that is beefy enough to blow up some nuclear enrichment sites, yeah, we're from the only one that can do it. Most of NATO would be able to do this. But as far as trying to prevent Iran from getting a nuclear weapon, I'm not concerned about Iran getting a nuclear weapon because the Ayatollah declared it as haram, so they wouldn't. Number two, we had an agreement in place that they were following, and then we pulled out of that agreement, and then they just kind of continued enriching uranium. That's not our business anymore. Like, if you're telling me that you want to go back into something like the JCPOA, I would agree with you, right? But Donald Trump himself pulled out of it because Donald Trump has an inferiority complex when it comes to Barack Obama. And as far as nuclear proliferation goes, I agree. Fewer countries with nukes is a good thing, right? But Donald Trump did the one thing to make that less likely because of, I don't know, rhetorical positions as it pertains to the JCPOA. Like if you want to point to examples of Iran not following it or whatever, those are ultimately just rhetorical, if anything. Because I mean, you kind of said it yourself. The second that we pulled out of the JCPOA, they started enriching well past that, right? Like 3%, and then they started going up to 60%. Okay, well then clearly the JCPOA was working, man.
Well, just to push back on that though, right? So the very fact that, for starters, that agreement had expiration dates in it anyway, right? So it wasn't an indefinite arrangement. But also, it's important to also recognize that like Joe Biden, right? He was in office for 4 years. And it's not like rejoining the JCPOA wasn't on their list. Like the Paris Climate Accords was also something that they wanted to rejoin, and they were able to successfully do that. The truth
Okay.
is that Biden most likely, I think he did try to re-propose an Iranian nuclear deal. I think he wanted even
Yeah.
stricter provisions, but it didn't work, right? So
Yeah.
we're,
Yeah. Why would
but
Iran agree to another deal?
but the point is that we're dealing with a regime that the moment they had the option, right, to immediately begin enriching uranium towards a nuclear bomb, that's what they did.
Who
And
gave them that option?
yeah, but it's
It
not
was Trump,
about.
dude. Like, come on, man. It was Trump. Trump gave them the option. Like, they were following. They were following the guidelines. And if I know that people love to talk about how there was a violation, dude. Like, even if you can give me actual evidence of violations, for the majority of all cases, they were following. And I mean, to sit here and say, well, they're enriching now and we gotta go and invade the whole country, like, dude, that is wild. We don't have to do military action in Iran because they are skeptical of entering another agreement with us, rightfully so. Like, do you know about the
No, but
history
it's
of
not. Just to clarify, right? It's not. And for starters, like people who are like, we know that they enriched to 60% because the ICAE, I think is how it's pronounced.
IEA?
Yeah, the board who manages it looked at
Yeah.
that, and they noticed that they had enriched. That's how that number came about, that they enriched to 60%. But the point is that intent matters, right? It's not just the fact that we withdrew from the arrangement, right? Like, that's not the principal point that we're talking about. What we're talking about here is pursuing a nuclear weapon, right? That in and of itself indicates some sort of intent. Like, the reason we have nuclear weapons is for deterrence because other nations have them, right? The only reason that you want a nuclear weapon is either to use it or for deterrence against other people who have them, right? And the Iranian regime is not the same as other powers that possess nuclear weapons.
How
Like,
so?
we're dealing with a regime that has shown itself to be extremely ideologically driven by
Okay.
the religion of Islam.
Okay.
We know that the religion of Islam has ideas of, holy war and ideas of martyrdom in relationship to.
So does Judaism and Christianity.
I think, well, there's a difference there, and we can discuss that because I think it's important. But regardless, like, just because that's like, Christian nations and Jewish nations have nukes, why can't Islamic one? Pakistan is an Islamic nation and they have nuclear weapons. So it's not. I'm not saying like
Correct.
Islamic regimes can't have nukes, but the difference is, and like, this is important because this is really what this gets down to fundamentally. Pakistan is not run by the equivalent of like ISIS, right? Like, we're dealing with a regime that has explicit goals of radicalization and explicit goals of advancing a fairly radical version of Islam. Like, it would be the equivalent of having like the Vatican having like a Pope Urban II be like, we need a nuke. Like, it's different. And I think that people gloss over that difference in dishonest ways. Like, well, we have nukes. Why can't they have nukes? Well, because intention matters. Like,
I mean, if you want to talk about radical versions of Islam, like, so they're Shia Muslims, right? And Iraq is now also controlled by Shia Muslims, right? So I mean, it's more evenly split in Iraq, so it's like 50-50-ish. But Shias are the majority in Iraq now. So I mean, if you're just talking about that flavor of Islam, it's not really it's not unique, I guess, in that regard. If you're talking about Sunni Muslims, I mean, women weren't allowed to drive in Saudi Arabia until, was it 2015, 2014, something like that?
Yeah, it was in the last 10 or 15 years. You're right.
Yeah. Like, I mean, if you want to talk about other examples of what I think we could both agree is fundamentalist and oppressive to women, at least by Western standards, then yeah, pretty much. Well, not the entire Middle East, but Saudi Arabia is going to be the biggest example of that, right?
Well, yeah, but I mean, so it's not. I'm not talking about so much the sect, right? It's not like Shia versus Sunni versus like Protestant or Catholic or whatever. What we're talking about is the explicit intentions of the people in charge. Like if they were just normal like Shia Muslims, right? And they were like, we'd like to pursue nuclear power, and we'd like to enter into trade agreements with the rest of the world, and we'd like to normalize relations. I don't think the degree of resistance would be so high. It's the fact that they're like, we will wipe out Israel, we will wipe out the United States, and not just saying that, but actively advancing terrorists throughout the region to do that. Right. So they're not just saying it, they're backing it up with action. Like, that's why the response is what it is. It wouldn't be that way if it's not like I'm saying like Muslims can't have nukes.
Wait a second.
They
So
can't.
I gotta stop you, man. I gotta intervene. So why aren't we taking out Russia and Putin?
Because Putin is driven by a fundamentally different.
No. I'm sorry. I get Putin is doing all of the things that you just described. You're going to try and say Putin's driven by blah. No, Putin is doing everything that you just said. Why aren't we taking out the much larger and more important threat? Or at the very least, why aren't we funding Ukraine and making sure that they kick Russia's ass and leave them completely disabled?
Well, I mean, we did give funding to Ukraine, right?
No,
I agree.
No. We are like,
we didn't give funding to Ukraine.
We are barely taking care of them. We're giving them our old military equipment. That's what we're doing with Ukraine. We should be arming them to the teeth and giving them more money and letting them decimate Russia, which we are not doing. And the president of the United States, that guy that you voted for, is literally holding their feet to the fire to secure mineral deals and do all of these different things and playing both sides of the fence and kind of trying to say that Russia should maybe just get what they want instead of having Ukraine crush them on our behalf without a single American life being lost. Dude, what the fuck are you talking about? If you want this to go this way in Iran, why don't you want us to do it in Ukraine versus Russia without a single American life being lost? What the hell?
Well, I didn't say any of that. You projected that on to what I said.
So you don't want Iran to fall?
No, so it's a completely disanalogous.
It's not.
Situation.
You literally, everything you just said about Iran and the government of Iran is the same thing that Putin's government is doing. They're funding terrorism. They're doing all those same things. What the fuck?
It's completely different.
It's literally not. It's literally not. It's literally the same thing.
I can explain why it's different.
Funding
right?
terrorism is funding terrorism, bud.
Yeah, but it's different when you have the largest nuclear arsenal in the world, right? I agree Russia's regime should fall. Like, I don't agree with Putin.
Cool, then why don't we fund Ukraine to make Russia's regime fall?
Because as the like military analysts would tell you, giving weapons to an enemy that are long range, that are capable of reaching into Russia, risks the potential of a nuclear war.
Nope, they don't, because guess what you just said a few minutes ago?
What?
That a leader doesn't want to be wiped off the face of the earth. And if Putin did something like that, how close is Ukraine to Moscow and St. Petersburg and their own fucking country and their own fucking people, if they decided to launch a nuke anywhere in Ukraine, they would be the ones to be dealing with the fallout from it.
Well, no, it's more so like what I'm trying to indicate is that
what I'm trying to indicate is that Russia would never do that. That's absolutely insane to think that Russia would do that, because it would be mutually assured destruction, and we both know that Russia's not going to go for that, because if they were going to go for mutually assured destruction, they would have done it 60 years ago now, wouldn't they?
Well, I would disagree. So the reason I would disagree is because Russia's so there's various nuclear deployment agreements that nations are in, and Russia's has a very explicit provision in there that if the I forget how it is, but it's like if the state is threatened or if the state is invaded, then they do reserve the right to use nuclear weapons.
Okay.
So I'm not saying they would, but that's how it's written in their nuclear policy. So it is different from it's so different. I can't believe it's so different.
It's not any different.
It's completely different. Are you kidding me?
It's not different.
Well, let me finish this. You guys are completely pivoting. It is completely different from doing targeted strikes on a non-nuclear power than arming a country to the teeth that could potentially threaten the stability of a state that has the largest nuclear arsenal in the world. Completely different. And any military analyst would tell you that. If you do that, there is a risk of nuclear war. You're risking the extinction of the human race versus striking a rogue regime that has no military capability of directly responding.
It's not really a rogue regime, and they do have a military, dude.
They're not rogue? What do you mean they're not rogue? They just fired 6 missiles at 6 different countries in the region immediately when they were attacked.
Let me introduce you to a country not that far from Iran called Israel. Would you like to compare how many countries that country has fired missiles at? I'm just going to name them off the top of my head, okay? Number 1, Palestine, because that's a fucking country. Lebanon. Jordan, I think so. Syria. Egypt, it's been a while, admittedly, but Egypt, I'm missing one. I don't know if they ever
Lebanon.
Lebanon. Said Lebanon.
Yeah, I said Lebanon. Kuwait? Iraq.
Iraq.
Good call. Iraq.
Yeah. Oh, Yemen.
And Iran. Also Iran.
Iran and also Yemen. Yemen.
There you go.
Yep.
Israel, a nuclear armed country, has popped off missiles at all of these places, right? They are an active aggressor in the region.
And, I mean, we would never arm a country to the teeth like that, would we? We'd never give them billions and billions of dollars and weapons galore, right? Nuclear capable, that could be absolutely responsible for triggering a nuclear war. We'd never give a country like that billions and billions of dollars in both cash and weapons, huh?
So let me push back on this viewpoint, right? So I don't personally agree with everything that Israel's done. I'm not asking about your opinion on Israel. You just made a direct statement, and you said we shouldn't give this country X, Y, and Z because they could trigger a nuclear war. That's not what I said. That's literally what you said about Ukraine. Not what I said. That's literally what you just said about. No, that's absolutely not what I said.
That is literally what you said about Ukraine.
There is a qualitative difference, but what I said is there is a qualitative difference. I didn't say whether we should or should not do it. That's exactly what I said.
You said.
Okay.
That is exactly what I said.
Is your argument that the difference between Ukraine and Iran, like that those situations, the difference is religion? Is that it?
No, the difference is that Russia has the largest nuclear arsenal in the world, and that escalating with them has far greater consequences than escalating with Iran, which it does.
We've escalated with Russia before.
just
We've
because
escalated
that doesn't
far,
mean
far
that
further. We've
that
escalated far
doesn't mean
further
that
with Russia before.
that doesn't mean that escalating with Russia is not qualitatively different than escalating with Iran, which it is. It so obviously is. And you're just backpedaling because you don't want to. You're backpedaling because you don't want to cede that ground because I've demonstrated the point so sufficiently.
No, dude. No.
100% I have.
You're saying that it's okay to invade a country because they don't have nukes. I'm saying it's not.
No, I'm not
I'm
saying
also
it's
saying
okay.
it's not.
I'm not saying it's okay to invade a country when they don't have nukes. What I'm saying is there's a qualitative difference of risk analysis when you do something like that. Right?
Okay.
Arming Ukraine to the teeth with long range missiles, with long range, fighter jet capabilities and things like that. I think we should arm Ukraine more, just to be clear, right? I'm not against arming Ukraine more, but what I'm saying is the qualitative difference in the analysis that you're doing between the two situations matters. The consequence for arming Ukraine to the teeth, to the absolute teeth, being like, we're going to give you whatever the fuck you need, push in as far to Russia as you can. What you don't want to do is have Putin in his mind heighten the risk that he views the stability of the state at risk and he decides to launch a nuke. I'm not saying he would, but I'm saying the risk is there and that needs to be factored into your analysis.
If you're not saying that he would, then the risk isn't there. So what you're doing is, yes, okay. So
I don't
what you're
know
saying
that
is,
he would.
okay. So what you're trying to do is you're trying to have it both ways. You can't have it both ways. Either you want us to arm Ukraine and win the war, and Ukraine winning the war means that Russia's military is decimated, or we don't arm Ukraine and we allow Russia to operate while we are hypocrites about everything else. Which is it?
What I'm trying to get you to recognize is that
you didn't answer my question.
Well, I only got 5 words in.
No, you just said what I'm trying to get you to recognize. I'm asking you to actually answer the question. I don't need you to tell me what you're trying to get me to recognize.
You can't tell whether I'm trying to answer the question if I only get 5 sentences or 5 words in. Right?
Go. Answer the question.
Okay. So what I'm trying to get you to recognize is that there is a difference between arming Ukraine to resist an illegal invasion. I grant it's illegal. But there is a difference between arming Ukraine to the teeth and having them advance militarily into a nuclear-armed nation who feels or could feel. It doesn't have to be that they actually feel this. It could be psychologically. It doesn't matter. Once the nukes go off, it's irrelevant. If they psychologically feel that the stability of their nation is at risk, that increases the likelihood that there could be a catastrophe. That's why the military has not done that. You don't think our military has every interest in Ukraine defeating Russia? Of course we do. So does Europe. And of course they have every interest to make that happen. But the point is that choice to do that is very different than targeted strikes on Iran.
But you added something in there, right? You said arming a country to the teeth and then allowing them to advance or them advancing into a country. Ukraine's not doing that.
They're not doing that because we don't want them to do that. They're not doing that because if we armed Ukraine fully to the teeth, they would already be pressing into Russia 100%.
Would they? I don't think so.
Israel is doing it.
100%.
Yeah.
I mean, Ukraine literally is defending itself.
Yeah, no, but what I'm saying is if we armed them fully to the maximum that we could, Europe and the United States, they could easily be pushing into Russian territory. Guarantee you. If we gave them $300 billion,
and would are different though, right? Like Ukraine hasn't demonstrated that it wants to invade Russia, like to annex land from Russia. They just want Russians out of their land. That's very different, dude. Like to say that us arming Ukraine, giving them the same kind of weapons that we would give to any other NATO nation. And by give, I mean sell. But like to say that would somehow provoke Russia into popping off nukes. No, it wouldn't. I mean, like if you're saying that, well, Ukraine is right on Russia's border, dude, NATO has been on Russia's border since the beginning. and NATO has only grown as far as the ones touching Russia since then. And a lot of that is because Putin decided that he was going to invade Ukraine. So that scared Finland into joining NATO. And they were historically kind of like a neutral country, even though they kicked the shit out of the Soviets in World War II. They were still kind of like neutral. And then Putin insisted on invading Ukraine, and Finland was like, well, fuck that, never mind. And they joined NATO.
Okay, well, if you really want to get into like if you really want to do like a full-blown risk analysis of this, right? Let's say we back Ukraine to the teeth. We give them everything they possibly want, right? And let's say that the military chain of command isn't adhered to properly, and they start launching long-range strikes into Russia.
Stop it. Stop it. We're not going into, well, what if in a hypothetical, but if the blah, blah, blah. Dude,
it's not
stop
even
it.
hypothetical.
It's literally
man.
hypothetical. We're not doing this. You are literally.
This is what risk analysis is, man.
Great. And if we're going to go into risk analysis, then we can do the exact same thing with Israel and Iran. So if you want to play that
we
game,
can.
awesome.
That's the point
so if
I'm
we're
making.
going to play, awesome, great. If we're going to play that game, the risk of what Iran is doing right now and what is happening between them and Israel and the other nations in the Middle East is far more concerning than the war between Ukraine and Russia. Even an escalation in the war between Ukraine and Russia, because the only thing that would happen in an escalation in the war between Ukraine and Russia is that Ukraine would get a chance to push Russia back out of its country. What's happening right now in the Middle East is that other countries have the potential to get involved. Israel has nuclear weapons. Iran has nothing left to lose. Now there's a bunch of people in that country that have a lot of fucking firepower and a few 100,000 people that have nothing left to lose that they're in charge of. So if you want to go into hypotheticals and you want to talk about risk analysis, I would take giving Ukraine some more weapons any fucking day of the fucking week than doing what we just did in Iran. And there is no love lost here for the Ayatollah Khomeini and the clerics in Iran. I think that they're despicable people, and I there's no love lost for them. Glad they're gone. But doing what we just did is far fucking riskier.
Are you done?
Did I stop talking?
Okay, so yeah, you're done. So yeah, I disagree with basically everything you said. It's completely inaccurate and not in line with reality. So when you look at the risk, the totality of the risk.
I'm sorry, who are you, by the way, who are you, when you say that I'm not in line with reality, which geopolitical analysts are you citing in that you're reading that would say that what I just said is wrong?
I mean, I'm not going to list my own.
Oh yeah, no. I need to know who you're reading because I mean, like I'm reading like the RIW and people like that, like the Study for the Institute of War and people like. Who do you read?
I mean, you can look in the United States.
No, who do you read? What publications do you read?
The United Nations, which released a report talking about the risk of nuclear escalation in the Ukraine-Russia conflict.
When?
Do you want me to send it to you?
Which one and when?
I just crushed you, bro. No, but let me just finish this point.
No, I'm sorry. I asked you a question. I said, which one and when did they? Which one? Which report?
Which specific? Okay.
Yeah, which one? I want to know the exact report, and I would love to see that one, please. And by the way, have you read the RIW's report on it? Because they say the exact opposite. And by the way, they're headed up by our military, people like David Petraeus, General David Petraeus, people like that. So I trust them. I don't know why you don't. Why do you not trust? Trust? I'm sorry, I'm in the middle of the sentence. Why do you not trust our 4-star generals? Do you not trust our own 4-star generals to say what is best or the risk in Ukraine?
Well, I never said that I didn't trust.
Cool. Then what's the report that you're referring to? I want the title of it.
But they definitely.
I want the title of the report that you're referring to, please, sir.
Okay, but that 4-star general
I want
that you're
the
referencing,
title of the
are
report
you gonna let
that
me
you're.
Finish a
No,
sentence?
I'm not. I want.
Or,
No, I'm not.
Is this
I want
a monologue or you're pivoting so hard.
I'm not pivoting. I want the report that you
You're
just
pivoting.
cited. I'm not pivoting. I want the source. Asking for
Okay.
a source is not pivoting. It's asking for a
Okay.
source. I'm waiting.
Okay, Rand 2023, escalation in the war in Ukraine, understanding the risk of escalation in the war in Ukraine. Conditions that could make nuclear war more likely. Battlefield collapse or regime internal instability threats. Read the Rand 2023 report, outlines it specifically, talks about the military chain of command not being adhered to, Russia as an internal state collapsing, as did the Soviet Union, which there was a risk of nuclear proliferation then, which if you knew anything about that conflict, you would understand that when the Soviet Union collapsed, there was a scramble.
Yeah, we
for
all
the
know
nuclear
about the
weapon.
Budapest Memorandum, dude. You don't have to explain it.
Yeah, so what I'm trying to indicate here, though, but the point I'm making is that that 4-star general that you referenced in that report that you were talking about, they definitely
I'm reading.
didn't say
I'm
that.
reading this. So I'm reading this.
But let me
on the Rand 20.
let me
No,
ask you
I'm
a
sorry.
question.
I'm
Well,
sorry.
wait, can
I'm
I ask you a
asking.
question about the study you cited?
No,
you
no,
said you
I'm
read
sorry.
a study,
I'm
man.
sorry.
I want to ask you about it.
You can ask me about it in a minute. We're on your study right now, so I'm talking about yours because I've pulled it up here, and so I'm looking to see where the risk of nuclear conflict. Okay, here we go. 6 plausible options for Russian escalation were identified that would have the potential to fundamentally alter the nature of the conflict, ranging from a limited attack on NATO to the use of nuclear weapons against Ukraine. The most likely potential trigger for Russia to escalate the conflict is a perception that battlefield losses are threatening the security of its regime. Should Russia decide to use nuclear weapons, it may be relatively unrestrained in their employment inside Ukraine. Inadvertent escalation could still occur as a result of military activities that are commonplace on both sides, but happen to lead to different outcomes. That's weird. The longer the conflict drags on, and my screen just skipped. Damn it. The longer the conflict drags on, the more such risks will accumulate. So that's really interesting. So basically what the report is saying is that if we didn't let the conflict go on any longer, the risk would minimize. And by allowing it to continue, the risk is increasing.
Okay, but you do realize
that I just proved my point, and that by allowing the conflict to continue in your own fucking source, it says that the risk increases of this happening. So if we put an end to the conflict, the risk would go down.
Yeah, but
nothing.
No.
Yeah,
you're
but
pivoting
nothing.
So
I'm not
hard.
pivoting.
Bro, let me
I'm
finish this.
reading your fucking
bro?
source.
Oh my God. Dude, my source totally justifies everything I just said.
Your
my
own fucking
totally
source says that
up.
if the you.
No, wait. Let me
Oh
ask
my
you this.
God, dude.
Let me ask you this question. So my own source references specifically
fucking
my own
cooked by his own source, guys.
I just crushed you, bro. I just crushed you. What are you talking about?
Right,
my own source specifically references
right here on the screen.
Wait, let me finish.
It literally says, "No, I'm in the. I'm so
Stop
sorry.
pivoting.
I'm in the
You're
middle.
pivoting
I'm
so
so
hard.
sorry. I'm not.
You're pivoting.
Bo, if you're going to keep saying that someone is pivoting, at least do it when they're actually pivoting. Explaining someone's source that they cited to prove a point isn't pivoting. I'm not pivoting at all. I'm using your own source to discuss the thing that you brought up. The longer the conflict drags on, the more such risks will accumulate. By the way, if you read through and you read the recommendations, which you clearly did not, you would also read that it basically says that they should robustly plan for how to respond to further Russian escalation, including prioritizing the maintenance of diplomatic and military communication with Russia. Oh, and, interrupting spirals and stopping them from building up their military, blah, 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 blah. All of those things that are also recommended by Rand in further reports in the future. But again, it literally proves the point that if we ended the conflict, i.e. we armed Ukraine and we let them win the war, the risk for a nuclear conflict goes down. But with every day, it continues to go up.
Hello?
Hello.
Hello.
Am I allowed to speak?
Feel free.
Oh
Okay,
man,
so
I was gonna say no.
Okay, so yeah, that report that I referenced, the RAND 2023 report, outlines the risk of nuclear proliferation between Russia and Ukraine, right? The risk of nuclear proliferation between Iran and Israel and the United States is zero because Iran doesn't have nuclear weapons. So the qualitative risk between arming Ukraine to the teeth and risking potential nuclear catastrophe is vastly higher than a direct confrontation with Iran, which was the point I was making, which is why you tried to pivot to drawing some sort of false equivalency between the two.
That's not what nuclear proliferation means.
It means a nuclear exchange. The risk of there's a risk
A
of
nuclear
nuclear war
exchange is not
between.
nuclear
No, that's
proliferation.
two
No.
different things. Jesus
Okay,
Christ.
But
there's
as far as
there's
the
a
risk
risk.
of nuclear exchange, Israel has nukes. And their
Dude.
doctrine as it pertains to nukes is far more aggressive than even the United States.
Well, that's obviously false because Israel's never clarified whether they do or do not have nukes. So we don't even know
Look
if
up
they
the
have
Samson
nukes.
Initiative.
I mean, unless you have some sort of deep military
Sure.
intel that
Yeah.
the world isn't aware of.
What's it called? Samson policy?
It was
It's Samson something. Hold
It
on.
was the Samson.
Samson.
Oh, I always forget what they called that. Yeah, you're right.
But just to be clear, there is
Initiative?
zero evidence that Israel has nukes right now. You do realize that. There's
Holy
zero
God.
verifiable,
There's
internationally
zero
recognized.
verifiable evidence that Israel has nukes. Are you fucking insane?
Oh, the Samson
Name
option.
one international
Samson
body that
option,
has
that's it.
confirmed that Israel has
Yeah.
nukes. Name one international body that's confirmed it.
That's fucking awesome. We know they have nukes, dude. We've known since
You
what,
just
the
know,
70s?
but can you prove it? Show me name one
Can we
international body
prove
that
it?
has
Yes, it's called the
confirmed they
Vela
have
incident.
nukes.
Sure, it's called the Vela incident. Do you know what that is?
There is no international body that's
Okay,
confirmed
cool.
Israel
So
has
you
nukes.
could have
They've
just said
denied
no. You
it.
could have
You're
just said no,
You're just
dude.
making it up, man.
No, I'm not.
You're just
Do you know what
making
the
it up.
Vela incident is?
You're just making
Okay.
it up,
So
man.
This is you
can I be
again
honest?
being unable to say no. Holy shit, dude. It's okay to admit when you don't know something. You want to sit here and talk down to us about the Cold War. I promise you, you are talking to the wrong motherfuckers. I am a turbo history nerd when it comes to the Cold War. Matt is a turbo history nerd when it comes to this entire fucking conversation. Oh my god, dude.
And I'm just
Like-
a turbo history nerd when it comes to like music and pop culture and like the Backstreet Boys.
Right? Erica can give like era appropriate pop culture references for what we're talking about. We just give
I'm
the
not-
year.
again, I'm-
she
I'm-
takes like 10
I'm not-
seconds.
the-
Boom, got it.
Dude,
I would like to say something though, if he allows me to.
the rant on
I'm not. You're not
the
gonna
rant
allow
on
me to?
the
Okay.
Can I finish the sentence here?
No, you can't finish a sentence because I've been wanting to say something for like a while, and you men keep talking, and so I'm going to use the women thing and say, "Hey, let me talk, please." Okay. So here's the thing, right? So, okay, you're right. No one has ever been able to confirm, all right, because Israel hasn't confirmed that they have nukes. However, it is widely believed by basically every single intelligence agency that there is, all right, that Israel does in fact have nukes. They would not have the Samson option, all right, and that be a known thing if they did not have nukes. All right. And the reason why intelligence agencies cannot confirm it is because they are not a part of any non-proliferation agreements. So they're not basically subject to any type of inspections, anything of that nature. But it is completely understood by all of the world powers that Israel does in fact have nuclear weapons. All right. So I don't know why you want to try to argue that.
Well, Erica, actually.
Yes.
Actually.
There's just actually me.
Yeah, well, I have to point out that although no intelligence agency has, in the 80s there was actually a guy, there was a technician who was employed at the Nuclear Research Center in Israel, and he gave pictures of the nuclear weapons to prove that they were to the London Sunday Times. I forget his name. I forget his name. And here's how we know that they were real. Because he was then kidnapped by the Mossad, brought back to Israel, and put into prison for like 20 years for, wait for it, publication of state secrets. So if those pictures weren't real and they did not have nuclear weapons, why was he kidnapped by the Mossad and sent to prison for publishing fake photos that didn't exist? I will look up his name. I will look up his name in just a second because I forget his name, but that is how we know for sure
Mordecai Vanunu.
Mordecai Vanunu. That's right. He had a funny name. No offense. But
Vanunu. Mordecai's.
But no, the Mordecai isn't the one that gets me. It's the Vanunu. Like Vanunu is just, it just cracks me up.
It's funny.
Yeah. Okay, so just to be clear here, though, right? You are agreeing with me that no intelligence agency or nation has officially confirmed that Israel has nukes.
We have pictures of them, so yes, we can confirm they have them.
So okay, you're telling me an intelligence agency or a nation has confirmed.
We have pictures of them.
No,
yes.
I'm not talking about pictures or speculation or articles.
We have pictures
I'm saying,
of them.
Has an international organization or a nation officially said Israel has nukes?
In a classified or in a declassified situation?
Good question, man.
Because in a classified situation, abso-fucking-lutely they have. In a declassified situation,
when it comes to
in a declassified situation, no. And if you're going to tell me that Israel's nuclear program as it relates to the United States isn't fucking classified, why don't you go buy the ice I have for sale in Alaska, bud? It's real cheap.
So, if you want evidence that, I mean, well, like, yeah, declassified evidence as pertains to Israel. I'm going to ask one more time. And if you don't know, just say that you don't know. Do you know what the Vela incident is?
No.
Thank you. Okay. There is a satellite. At the time, the U.S. had a satellite, a Vela satellite, okay? Now, these satellites were designed specifically to track nuclear explosions because nuclear explosions have a telltale sign, okay? A double flash. Every modern nuke and every nuke at the time does a double flash, okay? And so because of that unique signature, we trained developed satellites that could track that anywhere on the planet. And in 1979, there was this mysterious double flash incident somewhere in the Indian Ocean. And nobody took credit for it. It's funny because you've probably heard of the Vela incident in like most mysterious, unsolved mysteries, UFO possibilities, blah, 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 blah. The Vela incident tends to come up. But It was a nuclear double flash, and at the time, it was pretty much confirmed that it was South Africa and Israel doing a joint nuclear test together, because South Africa at the time, things, right?
Can I ask
this
a
was
question,
a nuclear
though?
test. Sure, go.
Okay, so does the Treaty of Non-Proliferation require that non-nuclear states not build nuclear weapons? Right?
Okay.
At the United Nations. Is that true?
I guess. Sure.
Okay. So has any nation officially tried to prosecute or argue in the international court that Israel does in fact have nuclear weapons in violation of that treaty or no?
Oh. Well, here's the one problem with that, bud. Israel.
There is no problem with that because it's a logically sound argument, right?
Oh, because Israel is a signatory to the non-nuclear proliferation treaty?
They don't have nukes.
Are they a signatory?
If they possess
Are
or build
they
nuclear
a
weapons,
signatory to the
if they
treaty?
built or possess nuclear weapons, they would have to register. Yes.
Are they
That's
a
the
signatory
thing.
to the treaty? Would they?
If they built
Is
nuclear
North Korea
weapons,
a
yes.
signatory?
Yeah, exactly. Is North Korea?
To the
Something tells me
no,
North Korea is not a signature or a signatory. Yeah, a signatory of that agreement.
I just want to say that I literally told him about a minute and a half ago that Israel is not a part of any non-proliferation treaty. I said that out of my mouth, and he tried to use it as a gotcha.
But the point
and
is,
now he circles back
you
to
don't
it
have
and tries
proof.
to use it as a gotcha
you
in a
don't
different
have
way.
actual proof.
We do actually have proof that they're not a part of any non-proliferation treaty.
But you're pivoting. Okay, we're not talking about it. You guys pivoted. You guys are. Wait.
Hey,
You guys
caller,
cut me
can
off
you see
earlier.
the screen?
Let me finish this.
Caller, can you see the screen?
No. Let me. Okay, but let me.
Can
you
you
guys
see the
pivoted
screen?
to this, right?
Can you see the screen?
No, wait. Let me. Can I finish a point? Is this going to be like? What's the point of having a debate if you're not going to let the other people argue?
Because if you, what's the point of having a debate with somebody when they can't just fucking admit when they're wrong about something?
No, you're 1,000%, dude. I have crushed you in this debate. Absolute annihilation.
Can you read
bro.
the screen right now?
Can you read the screen
right
now?
prior. Can you read the screen right now?
So hard from where we were prior.
You're right. We definitely weren't talking about Israel and nuclear weapons. Of course not.
No, well,
anyways, can you read the screen right now?
Before you spurged out earlier.
There it is. There's the slur. He listens to Andrew Wilson.
Wow, Andrew Wilson sucks at arguing Israel. Yeah. Good job, Andrew Wilson. Is your wife still banging other people? Okay.
We don't use that slur on my live. Use that slur, I will drop you. Saying spurging out is short for Asperger's. That's where the spurg part comes from, and we don't use that term anymore, and that's fucking derogatory. Don't say that shit about people. I will kick you right the fuck away.
Also, I just want to say, it's really easy to get them to crash out. That was easy.
Yeah.
That was easy. I promise you, if I wasn't here, you two would still be talking to him for another hour and a half. Just trying to let you know.
Oh, yeah. You undermine his manhood, and it's just a whoop.
It's easy. I love this shit.
But, I mean, like, as far as the evidence that we have, the proof that we have that Israel has nukes, it spans generations at this point. So the Vela incident is the first, I guess, really, really big one. And in Jimmy Carter's personal diary while he was president of the United States, he said, and I quote, "There's a growing belief among our scientists that the Israelis did indeed conduct a nuclear test explosion in the ocean near the southern end of Africa."
Hang on one sec. Hi, caller. Did you vote for Donald Trump?
I did.
Okay. Can I ask you to hold, please, for a moment? We'll get right with you.
All right.
Thank you. Sorry, Nemo. Please go ahead.
No, I mean, that was pretty much it.
Oh, that was
so,
it? Okay.
I mean, yeah. Like, also, there was fallout after the Vela incident that was proof that it was a nuclear test explosion. It's obvious. It's very obvious.
It's super fucking obvious. Also, I have a whole entire fucking list of sources, not the least of which being Colin Powell's literal fucking emails saying that they have 200 nuclear weapons pointed at Iran. Yep. You know, our former Secretary of State and former head of the Joint Chiefs of Staff, that guy, or chairman of the Joint Chiefs of Staff, I think he might know, but I'm pretty fucking sure that he knows. You would think. Also, real quick before we get to our next caller, a couple quick thank yous. Thank you to Tara on the Blue app for the dollar. Says, difference is they aren't worried about unaliving brown people. Correct. Thank you to Tammy. Thank you to Tammy on the Blue app. Tammy said, I'd like to know when the guest is going to sign up to serve since he's so rah war. Guest, if you're still watching, it's right there. There you go. That's that. If there's your numbers, if you need, Thank you, Tammy. We appreciate you. And thank you, Gen X. I appreciate you. Says, if he's worried about a government ruled by religion, then would the current administration be a problem when we have the Trump doing everything in the name of Christianity? I mean, I would think so, but I guess not. Not everyone else would. And then lastly, would like to say thank you over on the tube for the super chats. Thank you to Charles. 2 super chats for 5 Canadian. Thank you, friend. It says, nobody funds terrorism more than America. It says, loving the honesty, breath of fresh air, much love and respect. Thank you. And the $2 super chat that says, America is a corporation for the 13 families. Appreciate you, Charles. Thank you for your generosity. Nemo, Erica, do you guys have any to run over?
I've got
no.
one. I have one.
Okay.
Thank you, Tammy, for the blue app. Our government is run by a religious regime. They're trying to take away women's rights, so we don't know better. Yep, it's true.
All right, let's bring our guest up.
It always gets awkward when I have to say no.
Caller, thank you for holding. How old are you? What state did you vote in?
52. And what else? What'd you ask?
The state that you're in, please.
Alabama.
Alabama. Okay.
Can't you tell? Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Well, somewhere right around there, for sure.
Yeah.
All right. As we move on with our next caller, guys, please continue to help out with our friends Nemo and Erica. While our friend Erica is here, thank you. Help out with the gift goal, and then you can also find links in the bios. Links in our bios for additional support. If you're over on the tube, you can send me a super chat. Or you can find both mine and Nemo's links in the description. Okay, ma'am. So thank you for waiting. Would you like to discuss one of the subjects that we had up on the screen, or something else that Donald Trump is doing right now?
Whatever y'all want to discuss, it's fine with me.
Well, I appreciate that, but generally we would like to let you choose something you would like to talk about.
What did y'all have up on the screen?
On the screen right now, and again, you don't have to stick to this. We just want to stick to current events. Is MAGA isn't Christian, ICE is a domestic terrorist group, and then no new wars. Those are the topics that we have up there right now.
Okay, well, I believe Donald Trump ran on no new forever wars.
Mm-hmm.
He did run on defending the country, and the American people, and the American interest. I don't know. We can go from there.
Okay. I mean, so
MAGA's not Christian. Why do you say that? I don't know. I mean, not every person that voted for Trump is a Christian. No.
Okay. Well, sure. So which one? Okay, well, let's start here. Let's pick one, and we'll start with. So which one would you like to start with? Would you like to start with talking about Iran or about the Christianity subject?
Okay, we can talk about the Christianity a little bit.
Okay. So
I mean, I'm not a real religious person or anything, but I am a Christian.
That's fine. No problem.
Mm-hmm.
So the reason that I have that up there, it's not about specific people. What
Mm-hmm.
that statement is that the policies, the legislation that is pushed by the Trump administration, by the MAGA movement, by Republicans in general these days, has nothing to do with Christianity, even though they purport to be very Christian. None of the things that they do are in line with the teachings of Jesus Christ as found in the Gospels in any way.
Such as?
Yeah, so.
Such as what policies?
Well, I'm saying none of their policies are in line with Christianity. They don't fit. Maybe you could, if you thought that some of them were in line with Christianity, maybe you could point out the ones that you thought fit with it, that would say further Christian values, right? Like,
Okay, but I don't know what you mean by the policies don't fit into the Bible.
For example,
not a point of a government, is it?
Not necessarily, but sort of.
Mm-hmm.
So, for example, they
Mm-hmm.
do certainly claim to be very Christian, very pro-Christian. They're right, very faith-based. MAGA, Christian.
A lot of them.
I mean,
Yeah,
Donald Trump, he did publish his own Bible, right? He sells his own Bible, doesn't he?
He doesn't sell his own Bible.
He does sell his own. Ma'am, he sells his own Bible.
It's not his Bible.
It literally is his Bible. It has his name on it, ma'am. It's leather bound and has his name on it.
A lot of people print a version of the Bible. It's God's Bible.
Ma'am, it's his Bible with his name on it. It's his Bible. He's selling it. Okay, so I'm pointing out. Okay, but I'm pointing out to you is that he's making money off of Christianity, right?
Lots of people sell Bibles.
Ma'am, I'm not asking about lots of people. I'm asking about Donald Trump, the president of the United States. Is he selling Bibles? The answer is yes. He's making money off of Christianity. If you are,
he knows how to make money.
Ma'am, that's not the point. If you're making money off of Christianity, I'm trying to explain it to you. If he's making money off of Christianity, then he is a Christian. He is a supporter of Christianity. The policies that he is putting into place as president are not Christian. He is not helping to feed the hungry. He is not taking care of sick people. He is not welcoming the stranger in the strange land. He is not taking care of poor people. Ma'am, why are you interrupting me? You said you didn't understand what I was saying, and I'm literally trying to explain it to you, and you're just talking right over me as I'm trying to explain it to you.
You're not explaining anything. You're making statements.
How am I supposed to explain something if I'm not making a positive statement? I have to make a statement. Would you like me to ask questions to explain something to you?
Make a statement and explain it.
I was just...
He's not feeding hungry people because how... What?
Ma'am, I was giving you examples of the things that you would find in the Bible that Jesus Christ did and commanded his followers to do that Donald Trump is not doing, even though he purports to be Christian. On the other hand, the Democrats, on the other hand, I was still in the middle of a sentence. On the other hand, the Democrats actually put forth legislation that do those things, such as feed hungry people, take care of sick people, take care of immigrants, etc., etc.
How?
How what?
Any of it. Explain any of it.
What do you want me to explain?
The hungry people. What do you mean by Republicans?
Donald Trump cut SNAP when the government shut down. Even though SNAP benefits were fully funded, Donald Trump cut SNAP benefits for millions of people. Why would he do that?
Fraud.
No.
He cut the fraud out. Yes.
That's not true. There's no evidence that that's why he did that.
Absolutely true.
Great, then prove it to me. Great, then prove it to me. What's your source?
He took illegal immigrants off of SNAP benefits.
No, he did not, because illegal immigrants can't get SNAP benefits. Ma'am, when you apply for SNAP benefits, what do you have to provide on the application?
I don't know.
I know, because if you knew, you probably wouldn't be making this claim. I'll tell you what they have to provide: a Social Security number. Do undocumented people get Social Security numbers?
Don't have Social Security numbers.
No, ma'am, they don't.
Oh, yes, sir, they do.
Great. Can you prove that to me and show me a source where they get Social Security numbers? I'd love to know.
Give me just a second. I'll look it up for you.
Thank you so much.
Mm-hmm. Now, you want to talk about something else while I'm looking at it for you?
Nope.
What about, hold on just a second. Oh, you said something about health care.
I'm very, very interested to be proven wrong about this, and you can show me how undocumented people magically get Social Security numbers and can get SNAP benefits. Would love to know.
They were mailing them Social Security numbers.
Amazing. That's crazy. Please give us proof of that.
It is amazing.
Oh, great. Well, I'm waiting for your proof.
Well, hold on. I'm looking it up. Just a second.
Hi TikTok. Hi tubers. It's I know it's over 1,600 people who are listening and watching right now. So let's make sure we're doing all of the good things. Let's make sure we are tapping that screen. So tap, tap, tap. Let's get Matt and Nemo up to 200,000 likes over here on the TikToks. And also over on the Tube, there should be over 200 likes already. So let's make sure we're doing that and also subscribing. Continue to share and repost the live and knock out these gift goals. And if you'd like to show love, show support, links are in the bio. All right. All of the apps are available. So just tap on whoever you like. Tap on their pretty face, go to their bio, and do all of the good things, guys. All of the good things while we wait for this, whatever it is this lady's looking for. I'm not sure anymore.
Well, I was waiting.
I'm just having fun.
I'm sorry.
I'm
I was
having
just waiting
fun.
on you to finish speaking. I was trying not to be rude to you. Okay.
I appreciate you. I'll be quiet.
Oh, no, you're fine. I was just making sure you got your stuff out. Non-citizens who are authorized to work by the Department of Homeland Security. Let me finish my sentence before you say anything, okay? Including asylum applicants, parolees, those with TPS, are eligible for SSNs.
Right. So people who are illegally, right. So people who are illegally, right. So people who are illegally, right. So people who are illegally here in this country can get one. Great. That's not what you were talking about. You said illegal immigrants.
Yes, that's exactly what I'm talking about.
Great. So those people are here legally. Everyone you just listed is here legally, ma'am.
You're telling me all the millions of immigrants that come across the border during the Biden administration, all of those are here legally?
Ma'am, no. What you're doing is that you're saying, ma'am, you're just going way off the rails right now. I have no idea what you're talking about. Holy shit.
You're not learning.
I'm sorry?
You're not learning.
Ma'am, I want to ask you a question. Okay, so can we agree that the undocumented people that you were talking about, you thought that they got, even if they came here illegally, unlawfully, you thought that they got Social Security numbers, and we just established that they absolutely do not. So, what you're talking about are the people that came in unlawfully. So we know if they came in unlawfully, they did not get Social Security numbers based on what you just read to us.
Okay, you going to listen to me now?
I listened to you before, and I'm trying to help you understand what you just read, because I don't think that you understand the words you just read, ma'am.
How old are you?
Why does my age matter?
I just want to know how old you are.
I'm 73.
Are you a millennial?
More importantly than my age, I come from the state that's #1 in education, unlike your state, which is 50th in education.
What education is that? Did you go to college?
Yes.
Oh, dear.
Holy shit.
Oh, Lord have mercy.
Yes.
So all of these people that came over illegally, not all of them per se applied for asylum, right? But a majority of them did, because that's what Biden was telling them to do, because that was the easiest way to stay in the country. So there was millions of illegal people coming into the country illegally, then applying for asylum, and they got Social Security numbers. They then raped our SNAP benefits. They raped our health care, every benefit out there.
No, they didn't. Oh, my God.
Ma'am, they didn't do that. That's not what happens.
Yes, I did. I just read it to you.
No, ma'am. So, no. So what you read, though, is that these people... One moment. All right. An asylee, not an asylum seeker, but an asylee, so a person who has been granted asylum, can in fact get a Social Security number.
No, ma'am.
It's not an asylum seeker.
Okay. No, ma'am. Right. Asylum applicant.
Yeah, and what they can get is they can get a social with a work permit on it. And it actually says that on their Social Security card if they do qualify. All right. Hold on one moment, love. One moment. Let me finish. All right. that says work permit on it. However, that does not qualify them to receive any type of federal benefits. It only qualifies them to work so that they may pay taxes that they don't benefit from. No, ma'am, they can't. I promise you they can't. It just allows them to work for tax purposes.
I'm looking at it.
You may not be reading it in full. I would suggest reading it in full.
You're going to tell me that somebody with a Social Security number can have a tag attached to it that says, "Oh, this is only for them to pay taxes, not for them to go get benefits."
No, it doesn't say that on it. That's actually explicitly understood with the type of Social Security card it is. Matt, can you look that up for me?
Yep.
A Social Security number is a Social Security number.
That's not. Yeah, that's actually not. Yeah, it's actually
Social Security numbers.
It's actually not true.
Social Security card.
It's actually not true. No, not all people with a Social Security number can get benefits. While a Social Security number is required to apply, eligibility for Social Security, retirement, disability, or survivor benefits generally requires U.S. citizenship or lawful immigration status, along with having worked and paid. Ma'am.
We're not talking about disability or Social Security. We're talking about SNAP benefits.
Ma'am. I am in the middle of a fucking sentence. Shut the fuck up. I'm in the middle of a fucking sentence. Have some fucking decorum. You fucking hick. Have some fucking decorum. I just read to you. Those were simply examples. You fucking moron. They're just examples of some Social Security benefits. It's not every single thing you can get with a Social Security number. It's just the example given. You fucking moron.
So I've been wrangling a dog, so I haven't been able to follow the entire thing. I was here for a certain piece. So is Jolene still there?
Yep, Jolene's here.
Oh, sweet.
Oh, Jolene.
Answer my question if you can. Okay. So Jolene, so you're obviously MAGA. Do you view yourself as Christian?
Yes, I am a Christian. I'm not like, off the deep end Christian, but I am Christian.
Okay. And I know that this conversation kicked off because you were asking how it is that MAGA isn't Christian.
Right. Yes.
Okay. All right. Well, you going hard for ejecting people from this country and denying them the most basic of welfare is indicative of exactly that. Here, let me explain.
Okay.
Exodus chapter 22, verse 21. This is the New International Version. Do not mistreat or oppress a foreigner, for you were foreigners in Egypt. Deuteronomy 10:19. And you are to love those who are foreigners, for you were foreigners in Egypt. Leviticus 19:34. The foreigners residing among you must be treated as your native born. Love them as yourself, for you were foreigners in Egypt.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Now, if you're going to tell me that, well, that's all Old Testament, so it doesn't count. Okay, we can skip to the New Testament. No, you don't. No, you don't. You were just now going hard, talking about how people are stealing Social Security, stealing welfare, stealing disability, stealing SNAP, stealing healthcare. Ma'am, I heard you. I'm gonna use the phrase. I'm gonna use the phrase again. You said rape our SNAP benefits. That was your phrasing.
Rape our SNAP benefits. Yes, I said.
Okay. that obviously being an exaggeration, obviously you have a problem with that. And my point is that SNAP, which to be clear is the Supplemental Nutrition and something program. No, I'm sorry, Supplemental Nutrition Assistance Program. There we go. That that helps feed kids, and you have a problem with it.
It helps to feed the kids that live here in this country.
So you're telling me that kids only count if they're the kids that you say? Something tells me
when their parents
you're saying that if they're kids that live here in this country, well, if they are eligible for SNAP, they do in fact live here in this country. You're saying that foreigners are coming here and raping our SNAP. Guess what? Jesus didn't say welcome foreigners with terms and conditions. Go ahead, Erica.
If I may take a liberty, I would like to read from the New Testament. It's going to be Luke chapter 10, verses 25 through 37. I'm even going to start at 25. All right, I'm actually going to start at, let me see here. I'm going to start at 27. Okay. Take the gum out. Okay, Jolene, it says, I know that's right. And it's Monday, though. Man, you should have called in on Tuesday. All right. So he answered, love the Lord your God with all your heart and with all your soul and with all your strength and with all your mind, and love your neighbor as yourself. You have answered correctly, Jesus replied. Do this and you will live. But he wanted to justify himself. So he asked Jesus, and who is my neighbor? In reply, Jesus said, a man was going down from Jerusalem to Jericho when he was attacked by robbers. They stripped him of his clothes, beat him, and went away, leaving him half dead. A priest happened to be going down the same road, and when he saw the man, he passed by on the other side. So too, a Levite, when he came to the place and saw him, passed by on the other side. But a Samaritan, as he traveled, came where the man was, and when he saw him, he took pity on him. He went to him and bandaged his wounds, pouring on oil and wine. Then he put the man on his own donkey, brought him to an inn, and took care of him. The next day, he took out 2 denarii and gave them to the innkeeper. Look after him, he said, and when I return, I will reimburse you for any extra expense you may have. Which one of these 3 do you think was a neighbor to the man who fell into the hands of the robbers? The expert in the law replied, the one who had mercy on him. Jesus told him, go and do likewise. All right, that's the story of the Good Samaritan. All right, the story of the Good Samaritan, yes, ma'am. All right. Does Jesus qualify who we should take care of? Does it only say take care of those that maybe look like us or come from where we come from?
About looking like me. I didn't say
it doesn't matter. I'm asking you a question, love. I'm just asking you a question.
Go ahead.
Yeah. All right. Does it say take care of the one who thinks like we think? All right. Or does it just say simply, is the message simply to take care of anyone in need, regardless of their origin, regardless of where they're from, regardless of their nationality? It does not matter. You take care of them because they are, in fact, your neighbor. Wouldn't the immigrant be your neighbor?
If they are here illegally, they are criminals.
Where does Jesus say anything about anyone being illegal? Because Jesus also said to show kindness to the criminal too, didn't he?
I want you to also look in the Bible where it says to follow the law of the land. Okay? You follow the law of God.
Yeah, give Caesar's things to Caesar's.
You also follow the law of the land. You also follow the laws that we have in place.
She's referencing Romans.
For anything. I have plenty of sympathy for lots of people.
No, you don't. You haven't shown one iota of sympathy for people coming here. You have not. You've been like, well, they're here illegally.
For any goddamn body. How many illegals you got in your house?
So you say that you got a lot of sympathy, and then you say,
have in your house? How many illegal people are you taking care of right now?
None.
Tell me that.
None.
Exactly.
Ma'am, last week we raised money here to do legal defense for those people immigrants who need
Why would you do that? Why would you not raise money for legal defense for some of our people that's in our prison?
Who's our people?
Why would you not raise money for people that live here?
Who's our people?
American citizens.
Why do they need money for legal defense?
What do you mean, why do they need money? There's plenty of American people that need money.
Jesus
what do you
fucking
mean?
Christ. Ma'am.
Y'all are stupid.
If you cannot afford, ma'am, if you cannot afford, ma'am, hello.
Shut the fuck up.
Shut the fuck up. If you cannot afford an attorney, the court will appoint one for you.
Okay, so what? What about all these people that are in prison already? Maybe they're in there wrongfully. Won't you help them hire an attorney, get them out?
Oh, really?
Is that
what you want to talk about? Hey, Erica, I saw what you did. By the way, I'm tired of talking to you.
Why are you calling on Erica?
I want to tell her something. Erica, this is exactly why I did not take that bet earlier. So friend from Alabama, what causes do you donate to help wrongfully convicted people get out on appeal? I'm so curious.
You're the one that said you were raising money for illegal aliens.
Ma'am, because you were the one who's trying to have some sort of morality test over here and say, why don't you have them living in your house? Why are they living in your house?
Saying that MAGA is not Christian.
Yes, ma'am. That's because they're not passing legislation that would further any Christian values, and you haven't been able to. Why don't you provide for us a bit of legislation? Why don't you, ma'am, if you would stop, ma'am, I don't know how you could hear my question while you're just talking right through it. Why don't you provide some legislation for us that would prove that they're doing Christian things, that they're feeding hungry people, that they're helping? Banning abortions is nowhere in the New Testament and has nothing to do with Christianity.
Sure it does.
Cool, then where is it? What? Number 1, thou shalt not kill is a commandment, and it's in the Old Testament. Number 2, killing has nothing to do with abortions.
Why do you say that?
Because what they say in the Bible is that life begins at first breath.
Life begins at conception.
Life begins at first breath is what it says in the Bible. So you don't believe the Bible?
No, it doesn't.
It doesn't?
No, it doesn't.
Would you like to make a bet?
Yeah. Show me.
Well, what's our bet? What's our bet going to be?
Well, I don't know. I mean, just show it to me. I mean, I don't know. I'll send you $5.
You'll send $5?
Yeah, I'll send you $5. How about that?
In Genesis 2:7, then the Lord God formed the man of dust and breathed into his nostrils the breath of life, and the man became a living creature.
Right.
There you go.
That's not a baby, though.
What?
That's not conception. That was the beginning of life. That was the beginning.
What?
So I guess that tells you the answer of what comes first, the chicken or the egg. The chicken.
I ain't gonna hold y'all. Miss Jolene kind of sharp. She's kind of sharp. I'm not gonna hold you. She's kind of sharp.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
The fuck?
But Miss Jolene, remember you said that you didn't want to go by the Old Testament. So now what I need you to do, my darling, is I need you to look into the New Testament and give us that scripture about abortion in the New Testament, please.
Yeah.
The Bible doesn't say anything about abortion.
Oh.
Exactly.
But
go ahead, Matt. You got it.
Okay.
That's the point. You owe Matt $5.
Yeah. So
shall we go for another $5?
But you should not kill people.
I bet you $5 the Bible does in fact talk about abortion.
Where at?
In the Bible.
Where in the Bible?
Well, you said that it doesn't. I bet you $5 it does.
Okay, where at? Go ahead.
Okay, cool. Numbers chapter 5. Numbers chapter 5. All right. So Numbers chapter 5. Wait for it. Numbers chapter 5, verse 27.
Uh-huh.
And I'll read it off for you. The entire chapter talks about this. It's about a ritual that is performed whenever a husband suspects his wife of adultery, because, you know, that's kind of how the Bible rolls with stuff like that. But Numbers chapter 5, verse 27, nice, succinct, has it all in one. If she has made herself impure and been unfaithful to her husband, this will be the result. When she is made to drink the water that brings a curse and causes bitter suffering, it will enter her. Her abdomen will swell, and her womb will miscarry, and she will become a curse.
Okay. So if you can find that water and do abortion,
okay,
with it, I'll be fine with
cool.
it.
It's called mifepristone. Yeah.
Yep.
No, that's not the water.
Are you sure?
I'm positive.
What?
Well, I mean, if you want to get really nerdy with it, as far as like history stuff, in fact, the bitter water is suspected by theologians, by biblical scholars, to be a reference to Silphium.
Who started abortions, right?
I'm sorry, what?
You do know who started abortions, right?
Who started
it, right?
abortions?
Well, you know who pushed it, right?
Oh, God, are you about to start talking about Margaret Sanger? I promise you, this is the worst possible pivot that you could do. Don't do it. Don't do it. Don't do it.
Why would that be a pivot?
Don't do it, poor Southern white lady. Don't do it.
Why would that be a pivot? How is that a pivot?
From talking about the Bible?
Well, I mean, I don't think you're getting the Bible very well.
I think I just read the Bible to you. I think that you're kind of losing the Bible argument.
Are you a Christian?
No.
Okay, so you're just.
I'll put it this way. Hold on. Let me amend my statement. Hold on. Let me amend my. Okay, Jesus. All right. Let me just add one more qualifier. I promise I'm going to stop talking here just real quick.
Okay, go ahead.
So I am not a Christian. I think that the words that were attributed to Jesus of Nazareth, generally speaking, the stuff that he said, pretty solid advice, solid, live life type stuff. It's pretty solid. I don't think he was the son of God. I do think that he existed. He was a real person from that area, absolutely. But I'm not a practicing Christian.
Right. So you believe in Jesus, but you're not a Christian.
Sure.
Do you believe God started the world?
God started the world? No.
In the Big Bang Theory?
I definitely believe in the Big Bang Theory.
Okay.
You laugh as if that's ridiculous or something.
Well, I mean, when you have nothing out there, right?
Mm-hmm.
And you have another nothing out there, right? And then the two nothings hit each other, what do you get? Nothing.
What? That's not what the Big Bang Theory is.
Nothing.
There's not multiple nothings in the Big Bang Theory. Holy shit.
Holy shit's right. They didn't teach God in school, but I knew better than the Big Bang Theory.
It sounds like you don't even understand what the Big Bang Theory is.
What? Something exploded and all of a sudden there was life? All of a sudden there was one planet out of all these planets. No. Out of all the solar systems.
No.
That one planet perfectly matched up with a sun and a moon And then we've got water, and we've got plant life, and we've got dinosaurs. I know we had dinosaurs. And then we've got people, and just everything just all of a sudden. Come on, man. As intricate as a human body is, y'all don't think there was something out there that had to have made it that way?
Yes, it's called billions of years of evolution.
Of evolution, you're kidding.
I'm not.
So what did we evolve from?
What did we evolve from?
Yeah, the human being.
Homo sapiens derived from, I think that the ones directly before us was Homo erectus.
Homo erectus.
I think.
Pretty sure it was Homo.
Yeah.
Okay,
and then prior to that, it was Homo Australis, I think. There's a nice little progression.
Human form, what did they come from?
The human form, what did they come from? I told you, like this isn't just a one day you wake up. So okay, chicken and the egg as an example, right? So it's not like one day the thing that came before the chicken, like just shat out a chicken. It's a very gradual process. It's over millions of years.
Evolution. I know what evolution is.
Yes. Okay, so then why would you say what did we evolve from?
Because I want you to tell me what we evolved from.
I told you.
I missed one.
What animal did we evolve from?
It's Homo sapiens, which what we are, of course, and then there's the Neanderthals. All right, that's a long story, and then Homo erectus before that.
Versions supposedly out
there.
Okay. Our bad.
Yeah, but where did they come from?
Where did they come from? Like, dude, it's the same idea as like, where did your parents come from? Where'd your parents come from? Their parents. Where did those parents come from? Their parents.
You realize that you're not making sense. That's why you're going in circles, right?
Apes.
Like, are you trying to get me to say monkeys? Like, is that what you're trying to get me to say?
No, I'm asking you. Did we evolve from apes? I mean, there's no.
There it is.
There's nothing wrong with saying that.
We did not evolve from apes.
There's nothing wrong with that.
Okay, we didn't evolve from apes.
What did we evolve from?
We evolved from the ancestor of what is considered the modern ape. Like the modern ape and humans had a common ancestor way back in the day. Way back in the day.
Right.
And at some point, those split.
Okay, and so where did those come from?
Where did those come from? Whatever shat them out. I mean, if you're going to start, are you trying to get me to go all the way back to single cell life?
I want you to go to the beginning and tell me where things came from.
Sure. So, I mean, if you're talking about abiogenesis, that is an active study within science. So abiogenesis, like the growth of life from nothingness. Like if you're asking me how did life begin, then science pretty much so science pretty much says what?
Sorry to interrupt you, Nemo. I know that I came from, Adam's rib, and I'm just looking to be somebody else's rib. Me and Jolene, we here.
That's right.
Here. Is anyone missing a rib? I'll be your rib. I'll be your rib. And I know, Jolene. Jolene, you somebody's rib, aren't you?
That's right, I am.
Exactly. I'm trying to be somebody's rib, Miss Jolene. She gets me. Go ahead, Nemo. I'm sorry to interrupt.
That's why women have an extra rib.
I know
Isn't that right?
Debate on that, and between non-religious and religious people, it's just if you just think about it for 5 seconds. Come on. I know it's hard to believe that there is a God out there. It's hard to believe that also. It's hard to believe it. There was no beginning, no end for him. Okay? But it's just as hard to believe we exploded from some rock somewhere and became. So tell me what is more likely, that there's a being out there that can make everything perfect, as perfect as this earth is, as we are.
This earth is not perfect.
You know what I mean. Not perfect as in acting, of course, But
sure, no, but
as
like, I mean, you can, I understand, like the life is miraculous in its, or not miraculous, but like, but
yes, it is miraculous.
it's wondrous.
You're right.
I mean, it's
miraculous.
I mean, okay, if you want to use the word miraculous, like that's not, you're not owning me. I promise you. Like it's just, it's wondrous in its complexity and variety. Oh my God! Can you stop? Can you stop?
I'm not trying to own you. I just want you to open your eyes.
Okay, I promise you, I grew up Christian in the South. I know more about this than you do. Obviously, painfully obviously, I know more about your religion and science than you have possibly ever known.
Why would
you
you
lack
even
such
say that?
basic, fundamental, foundational understanding of basic fucking concepts, and you want to sit here and tell me that you're going to open my eyes?
No,
the blind,
I didn't say I'm
insisting
gonna
that they're
open
going to
your eyes.
lead someone who can see.
You just want to be a jackass because you're some jackass from the left, and you want to act like you're some big bad man showing me how it is because I'm some redneck from the South. Well, honey, you can't shake me. You can't shake my face. I'm just hoping you see.
I don't know if you heard me when I said that I grew up Christian in the South. I'm in Georgia. I'm literally your neighbor.
Good. I'm so glad.
So please don't try to tell me like I'm some kind of, I don't know, Yankee, whatever the fuck. Like, what? You're a Southern redneck? Whoop-de-diddle-do. I'd love for you to go look at the origin of the term redneck because you are so fucking far from it. I'll ruin your day with that, with the origin of that term, and you'll tell me that I'm doing fake news, right? The origin of the term redneck has to do with coal miners who were communists.
You think I'm a redneck?
I think that you're ignorant.
I think you're ignorant.
Okay.
But that's okay. That's all right. You'll learn. You'll learn.
I'll learn what?
You'll learn things through life.
Things through life. Okay.
Yep. Just by living a little longer. Just
living? How about reading? I think that reading is a wonderful way to learn something.
No, I don't think so.
You don't think so?
Nope.
If that's not a fucking clippable moment right there.
You're damn right.
I think that reading is a wonderful way to learn something. I don't think so. Holy shit.
I don't think so. I bet you I can outread your ass any day of the week. But here's the thing. You don't know if you're reading something that's real or ain't real. I'd rather go out there and see it myself.
Good point. Good point. Good point. Okay. Have you seen Jesus?
You want to talk about Donald Trump a little or not?
You really teed that one up just then. Have you seen Jesus?
Have I seen Jesus? No, but I will.
Oh.
Have you seen God?
I haven't seen God, but I will.
But you just said that if you haven't seen it, then it doesn't exist. It's not real.
Who said that? I didn't say that.
You said
you just said that.
You literally just said that.
I would rather go see it for myself. How about that?
Oh, so you're backtracking now.
How am I backtracking?
Ma'am, we just asked you.
My belief in God is in faith, not in reading anything.
Exactly.
I have faith.
You don't read the Bible? What?
No, I don't read the Bible. I sure don't read the Bible.
Obviously. Because if you read it, you might stop being a Christian.
Read it and not understand a damn bit of it.
We read it to you, and you were like,
yeah, and you don't understand a damn bit of it.
What?
You can read it and still be ignorant.
I know.
I know.
You're a shining example of said.
There. You were almost there. You were so close to being a Christian and turning your life around and believing in God. You'll get there. You'll get there.
Okay. Anyway,
right,
so back to like all those cool things that Jesus said that, I think are, solid things, solid points that people should probably listen to. That damn socialist Jew, Jesus, he said, But when you give
I'm
a feast,
Jewish
invite
too,
the
thank
poor,
you.
the maimed, the lame, the blind, and you will be blessed because they cannot repay you. You will be repaid at the
Jewish too,
resurrection of
thank
the
you.
just. And you have
I'm Jewish
heard it
too,
said,
okay? So
you have
don't
heard
try
it
to use that
said,
against me.
you have heard it said, you shall love your neighbor and hate your
I
enemy.
do love
But
my
I say
neighbor.
to you, love your enemy and pray
I love them.
for those
I
who
love
persecute you. You don't love your enemy. You were just talking about how you want to eject anybody that you perceive to be an enemy from this country. How about no?
I want
How about
to
we be the
eject
shining city on the
criminals.
hill?
I
How
want
about we
criminals
be
out of our
that
country.
beacon
I
of
want
light
criminals out
that
of
you
our country or
insist
in
that
jail.
America is? How about we give to the poor? We feed
We
the
give
hungry,
to plenty
we
of people.
clothe the naked, and we welcome the stranger. This country was
We give to
built
plenty of people.
on immigrants. How about we welcome some more?
This
If
is
you
the
think that the
most
richest
giving
country on the
country
planet
in the
can't handle it,
world.
you are so woefully
Most
mistaken.
giving
Stop
country in
electing
the world.
tyrants
How
and it'll
about you
be
give
fine.
everything you got to somebody?
I have
Give
so
all your
little
money to
and
somebody.
depend upon the charity of people on TikTok, lady. I'm sorry.
Do what? You make a living online. Okay?
A living.
Online. By sitting on your ass arguing with people, you make a living.
Ma'am, can
Right?
I point?
How
Ma'am,
about
can
getting
I?
out there in
Ma'am,
the real
ma'am, I'd
world
like
and
to.
working a
Ma'am,
real
I'd like to
job?
point. Ma'am, I'd like to point something out to you.
What, you
We're
don't make a
not the.
living?
We're not the ones holding up our pretend Sky Daddy book and saying this is the way that you should live. So no, we're not going to abide by its rules. But you
Hey,
are.
look, I don't care how you live. I don't care
Good.
how you live.
I'm so glad that you don't care, but here's the problem.
All I want.
When you vote
all I
for
want
people, I
is
don't give a
criminals
fuck. I don't give a
not
fuck
to
what
be
you
in
want,
this
lady.
country.
Lady, I don't give
I
a
don't want
fuck, lady.
criminals in this
Lady,
country
good.
killing our citizens,
Good. If you don't,
raping our
lady, good,
citizens,
great. If you don't want
hurting our
criminals in
kids,
this country,
they
if
should
you
be
don't want
gone.
criminals in this country, deport all of the white men. They commit 92% of violent crime in this country.
Well, get the fuck out then.
Yeah, deport the white
Ain't you
men.
white? Ain't you white?
Sure, deport them.
My husband's white, but he's also Indian. What you want to do with him?
What?
What you want to do with him?
I don't know, lady. Does he commit
You
violent
don't
crime?
know.
Does he commit
we got
violent
stuck,
crime?
huh?
Does he commit
We
violent
got
crime?
stuck.
Does he
No, he
commit
works
violent
his ass
crime?
off. He works his ass off for
Does
everything
he
we
commit
have, which is not
violent
much.
crime?
I don't care if it's violent or if it's a little bitty misdemeanor. If they come across that border, it is illegal and they are criminals.
Got it. So just to
Period.
be entirely clear,
like when I
you
get
just
a
to be
ticket,
entirely clear,
I'm a
man.
criminal.
Just to be what's that?
Just like if I get a speeding ticket, it's a misdemeanor, but I'm a criminal. Those are criminal charges.
Got it. So just to be entirely clear, if you commit a criminal offense like that, you should be penalized to the fullest extent of the law every single time, correct?
If you come across our border illegally.
No, that's not what I asked you,
Yeah,
ma'am. I said if
home.
you commit a criminal offense of any kind, you should be penalized to the fullest extent of the law, right?
The fullest extent. Yep.
Fantastic. I was just curious about that. So would you then agree? That we should go by what the Bible says for punishing offenses? Since you believe in Christianity and you would believe in what the Bible says, should we go by what the Bible says for punishing offenses?
In the Old Testament?
Yeah, so like should we stone you to death if you cheat on your husband?
I don't follow the Old Testament.
Oh, well that's super fucking convenient, right?
Well, that's the whole reason for a New Testament. That's why Jesus died on the cross.
Okay,
you
great.
need to read the Bible a little bit more.
Okay, got
dude.
it. Okay, so we do agree then that abortion is completely fine.
No, we don't.
But there's nothing about abortion in the New Testament, ma'am.
Right, there's nothing about abortion. in the
Exactly.
New
So if you
Testament.
only
It's
follow the
also-
New Testament, you would have to agree that abortion is 100% fine. Or you would have to say, wait a second,
Yeah, it's fine.
it's
Abortion's
fine.
Good. It's
Good.
It's
Then
good.
why did you vote for someone who's trying to take it away?
Okay, let me ask you something. He's not trying to take it away. He said that's
Yes, he is.
fine. He used
No,
to be a
no,
Democrat.
no, no, no,
remember
no,
that?
no, 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 no. He is trying to take it away.
He's a Democrat. Did what? We just don't want it up to the day of birth. You know what
Yeah,
I mean?
no. That's taking it away.
Right.
But
And
Miss
okay, let me ask
Jolene,
you a question. Let Wait, Erica, I'm sorry.
Okay.
I'm sorry. Let me
Go
ask
ahead.
everybody a question. Can I ask? I want all three of y'all to answer this, okay? So, if a pregnant woman goes and gets an abortion, she's good to go, right? She's not criminally charged with anything, right? So, but if the dad wanted that baby, he couldn't do shit about it, could he? Nope. But let's say the
Is it
dad
his
don't want
body?
the baby, but the mama does, and he pops her in the belly with his fist once or twice to get rid of it. Guess what? He's going to prison for killing a baby. So explain that
it
to
depends
me.
on the state.
But
Explain that to
also,
me.
it's her
Explain it to
body,
me now.
Miss
Come on, Erica.
Jolene.
Come on.
Jolene, it's her body though. He doesn't get to make a decision for her body. And the main thing that I think that you're missing here, because you said that people
That's
didn't
not
want it to
her
be up
body.
into it
The
actually it
baby
is
is
her
not
body.
her body, or they
Okay,
wouldn't
so can
charge him
the
with murder for killing the baby.
no, the
He
reason
didn't
why he would
kill
be charged
her.
with murder.
He didn't
Hey,
kill her.
Jolene.
He just
Hey,
got rid
hey,
of the
hey,
baby.
hey. We can't same time it
So
now. We can't
explain
do
that to
that.
me.
You gotta let me answer
Girl.
you. Don't call me
Think about
girl
it for
now.
2
Don't call me
seconds.
girl. God damn it, Matt. I would have lost. Damn it. I would have lost. Shit, you should have took the bet. You should have took the bet.
2
Oh wait,
seconds.
I would have won. Never mind. I would have won.
2 seconds.
I would have
Come on,
won.
2 seconds.
All right.
2
I said
seconds.
$10 and a half eating lollipop. If you know, you know.
Yep.
All right. So with that being said, what was I about to say to this lady? I can't recall, but don't call me girl. I'm a grown ass woman. I want to let you know that. All
I
right.
said Erica.
Probably got
I
ovaries
said
older than
Erica.
you. So there's that.
Do what?
With that being
You're what?
said, here's the thing.
You're
I said
older
I
than
probably
me?
have ovaries. I probably have ovaries older than you. Like, come on. So
I don't think
listen,
so.
here's the thing, right?
Go ahead.
The reason why the perpetrator would be charged with murder is because it was done
Not
without
the
consent.
perpetrator, the daddy.
You can call him
The
that. You call him
daddy.
what you want to call him. The murderer, what he would be charged with murder for is because of the fact that he did it without her consent. All
Wait a
right,
minute.
because
So she can go do it
hold
without
on
your
one moment,
consent.
because
She
but
can
you
do it
have to
without
be
your
quiet in
consent,
order to hear
but
what it
he
is that I'm
can't.
saying though, because like if
Go
you
ahead. Go ahead. I've
keep
heard all
talking
this
while I'm
before. Go ahead.
talking, then
Go
we're
ahead.
just gonna keep going in circles, and I don't want to
Go
keep going in
ahead.
circles.
Go ahead.
All right, good gosh, Jesus Christ.
Mm-hmm.
Okay,
Mm-hmm.
so as I was
Watch it
saying,
now.
he did it without her consent. All right, so there's that
Right.
part. Okay, can the fetus prior to viability live outside of the womb? So that means, can the fetus prior to viability, which is around 24 weeks, all right, can it live without the mother? Can it live without its host? Yes or no?
Well, can a 1-year-old?
A 1-year-old is born, love.
Can they live without their mama?
They
Without
can
getting
live
taken
without their
care of?
mom.
Without getting taken
But
care of?
I'm sorry, what?
Without getting taken care of by somebody.
That's a silly argument. That doesn't make any sense
It's not a
whatsoever,
silly
because
argument,
somebody
Erica.
would be taking care of the 1-year-old. And
Okay.
yes, they would be able to survive because someone's going to be taking care of the 1-year-old, whether it be a guardian or a parent or another
But
relative. It
so
don't
you think the
matter.
fetus
They're going
is
to be
a
taken care of.
parasite?
We're not
So you think it's
talking
a
about, yes,
parasite?
it actually is. It is a parasite. Yeah.
You're disgusting.
You
A
call me what
woman
you
to
want.
say
Just
that
don't
is
call me broke. All
disgusting.
right.
Have you
So
ever
with
had
that
any
being said,
kids?
it is.
Have you
Yes,
had
I
any
do.
kids?
Yes.
How
He's
can you
12.
say
He's
that about your
upstairs right
kids?
now getting ready for bed.
How can you say that about your kids, that your kids were a parasite when
Why do
they
you
were
want
in
to
your
make this
belly?
personal? Why do you want to make this
It is
personal? Because
personal.
that's what they
It
are.
is
It's a
personal. You
symbiotic
just
relationship
called
that
a
the
pregnant
fetus
woman, her
cannot
fetus, a parasite.
so
Think
emotional.
about what you
The,
said.
the fetus cannot survive prior to the point of viability. All right,
So what? Why
without
would you call it a
the
parasite?
mother, without the womb,
I tell you what.
because that's what it
What
is.
affects all of it. Tell the
Because
girls to keep their
if the
legs
mom
closed.
doesn't eat, hold
Tell
on
them to
one
keep their
moment. If the
legs
mom
closed.
doesn't
How about
eat,
that? How
you
about
just say
that?
keep. Oh, so should we tell the 12-year-old little girl that gets raped to keep her legs closed? Should what? Like
Well, you
what?
know what?
Huh? All right. Should we
A
tell? Should we
12
tell
year
the
old, I
college
feel bad
student,
for.
who went
I
out on
feel
a
bad
date to
for.
keep her legs closed? All right, who was like you're now you're being disgusting because what you're doing is you're being a rape apologist, and that's absolutely fucking abhorrent. Like, come on, I need you to be very serious.
Okay.
Yeah, the college student that goes on a date who's taken advantage of. Yeah.
Let's skip over the rape.
That's called rape. Okay.
Yeah,
all right. Do you want to tell? You want to tell? You want to tell the mom? You want to tell the married mother? All right. Who's not ready for their third kid?
You have
that she should just keep her legs closed. Like, are you fucking serious? You're disgusting. You're disgusting. I have one. Don't put more than one child on me now. I only have one. All right. And I think that's too many. But here we are.
You're disgusting.
Okay, you got it. I say you can call me what you want. Just don't call me broke.
That's disgusting.
You will be okay. You'll live. You can go Google it.
Listen, Jolene.
I'm pretty sure.
Hey, Jolene. You know what, Jolene? Listen, Jolene. I understand.
And I guarantee you think about it tomorrow.
You know what, Jolene? I guarantee, Jolene, that it's real fucking easy for you to be 52 years old and to say all of this shit and not have to worry about it anymore.
What do you mean not have to worry about it anymore?
You know what I mean.
Like having a baby?
Yep.
Yes.
Yeah.
What does that mean?
You're not going to get
parts
pregnant.
Don't work.
If you have not gone through menopause, you will within the next decade.
I got because I have responsibility.
Oh my God.
Was it hard?
Proud of you for doing the hell you're supposed to do.
What was it?
No. I need to clear up something for her, Nemo. I'm so sorry. What I need you to understand, ma'am, all right, is that while he was in the womb, he was a parasite because he could not survive without me. All right. I was his lifeline. Okay, so there's that. All right, I've been pregnant. I have been pregnant once, and I have one child. All right. After he was born, that is my everything. He's absolutely amazing. He's fantastic. He's funny. He's smart. Did I mention that he's funny? He's funny as fuck, and he's really, really good at drawing. All right, and he loves soccer and he loves karate. And he fucking loves dinosaurs. He's absolutely amazing. See, Bubba's not a parasite. I just want you to understand that. All right. I think you need to be able to learn how to compartmentalize these things and then also understand that prior to Roe v. Wade being overturned in 2022 is that women had the choice. Okay. They had the choice. What that means by choice, Jolene, is that if they wanted to carry the child to term and have their baby, they could. All right. And they did. If they wanted to, one moment, ma'am, please. I'm speaking. Thank you. If they wanted to have an abortion, they had the choice to have said abortion. Okay. There was no one getting an abortion at 9 months. That did not happen, ma'am. All right. An abortion at 9 months is called delivery. It's called birthing the child. That's what it's called. I really need you to stop being so darn closed-minded, ma'am. Just stop being closed-minded and understand the plight of others and give other people grace.
Don't get
because I would try to have a conversation with you, Jolene, about why the migrant seeks refuge here in the United States of America. But again, I feel I may just be speaking to a brick wall, and I don't get paid enough to speak to brick walls.
Do you think we should open our borders to everybody? We should
have
open borders.
Hell yeah, open borders all day long. Let everybody in. All right, as long as the United States keeps robbing, raping, and pillaging other countries for their resources and leaving people without opportunities, guess what's going to happen? All right, may they all come here seeking out the resources that we stole from them.
Why are we in debt?
I don't want to talk to her no more.
Why are we in debt?
Republicans.
That was funny. Just for you to just Republicans.
I mean,
pretty funny right
it's true though.
The way you did it was funny.
What? What's funny?
I was giving you props for being a little funny.
Oh, okay, cool. No, I was just stating a fact.
Well, whatever you think. Whatever you think, it was pretty funny the way you did it, though.
Oh, okay, yeah, no. Donald Trump added a quarter of the existing national debt. He added a quarter of it.
talking about during COVID?
Sure, he was president, wasn't he? But
Yes, he
prior
was.
to
Was it his
him,
fault?
prior to COVID, he was still
no,
adding. No, what?
No. The tax cuts didn't cost us $2 trillion.
It kind of did, though.
It literally did.
It kind of didn't, because we made that money. That was making us money. It's going to make us money still, because when you cut taxes, you increase revenue.
Yeah, no, that's what Ronald Reagan said, and it's bullshit.
No, he talked about trickle-down economics.
Yeah,
We're talking about cutting
yes,
taxes.
yes, trickle down economics, as in cutting taxes, and it'll pay for itself, right?
Right, and it does.
Okay, so yeah, that was Reagan said it. Okay, right? I mean, I hope you're not a fan of Reagan. I really hope you're not a fan of Reagan.
Well, I used to be until I grew up and found out a little better about it.
Yeah? What'd you find out?
Yeah. Well, that Reagan wasn't this great hero I thought he was, really.
How
the
so?
amnesty thing and all that.
Oh.
He did a lot
That's
of
funny.
things I didn't
See,
like.
to the 2,000 people who are watching right now, holy shit. I just want to say, I could tell she was going that way. The things that made Reagan that were just like actual good things that Reagan did, she hates. She loved all the bad things that he did, though.
Why
right?
is the only good thing in your mind letting illegals into our country? Why is that the only good thing? Letting millions and millions of people come in and extort what we have built.
Extort?
Yes, extort what we have built. Now, look, if they want to come in and they have some skills that they can come in, get a good job, work, get a place to live, that's fine. If they need food stamps for 6 months.
You mean like exactly what they are.
For 6 months, that's fine with me.
No, dude. No.
Oh, no, that's not okay.
They are coming here to scratch out a life in the late stage capitalist hellhole that is the United States of America, where somebody that looks like me, a straight cis white male, has a hard time, and people who are infinitely more fucked and more worse off than me will come begging to this country, begging, hoping for a wisp of the American dream. I can't even possibly think of the American dream, but they, knowing that white boys like me can't possibly reach it, they will come here in the hopes of scratching out a semblance of a dream, a shadow of a thought of a dream. That is American grit. This idea that, they're coming here to take all our shit. No, they're coming here to build a life.
Let me tell you something. Let me tell you something that I believe, okay? Any immigrant that wants to come to this country and work and do for themselves and build a life is fine by me.
I'm so glad that you said that, ma'am. Can you see my screen right now?
I cannot.
I'm so sorry about that. I hope that you go back and watch live. The replay is posted right on YouTube immediately after we're done, because what's on screen right now is a study from the Cato Institute, which is a right-leaning libertarian organization. One of the Koch brothers is actually on the board. He's very right-leaning. Donated to Donald Trump's campaign, actually. Anyways, the study over the last 30 years shows that immigrants in this country have brought in $14.5 trillion with a T, trillion dollars to this country in the last 30 years alone, okay? Just in the last 30 years alone. And, I'm sorry?
Go ahead.
And at the bottom of the screen, at the bottom of the study, if you go down and you would actually read it again, you can check it out on screen, and then you can look it up. Immigrants reduced deficits by $14.5 trillion since 1994. You can actually go to the bottom, and it actually breaks out every class of immigrant, including undocumented ones. And guess what? They're still a net positive for our economy. So if what you just said is true, if you have no problem with them coming here and making money, if they have skills, then you support them being here in America because that's all they do.
Look, I'm going to tell you this one more time. Like I told you before.
I don't need you to say it one more time. I need you to take in the information I just gave you and try to respond.
To what I'm saying. Well, shut up. Let me tell you what I'm saying. Anybody that came over here illegally is a criminal and should not be here, period.
Cool.
Okay.
Cool story. Hey, Dan, I was just about to say hello. How are you?
Thank you. Hey, everybody.
Let me say one more thing to the other guy about the tax cuts.
No, we're good. I've got someone else who'd like to.
Why? Because you don't want to learn the truth.
Well,
you don't.
No. You know what? This is Jolene. Jolene, this is perfect. I don't know if that's actually your name, but this is perfect because I was gonna go back to that point really quickly. Okay, I was gonna go back to that point really quickly on the tax cuts. That's the reason I came up.
Great.
Yeah. So I just thought it was really fun. I don't know if anyone else in chat. I know there's 2,000 people here. I know someone else made this connection when she said, "No, tax cuts raise revenue," and Nemo said, "Oh, well, that's what Reagan said." She said, "No, Reagan was talking about trickle down economics." Did anyone else think of Michael Scott with the pyramid scheme? And he said, no, it's not even a scheme per se. It's just you will get rich quick. And then he said, all right, let me explain it again. And Jim had to draw the triangle around it.
Yep.
Okay. I was just thinking.
You want me to read it to you?
It was so perfect. You could not have written that better. Really quick, Jolene, actually, and this part is even more perfect for the second thing I want to talk about.
You're not even going to listen.
I haven't finished my sentence. I'm almost done. I swear I'm almost done. And I'm not even going to stop talking. I'm just going to drop. You won't even see me again, okay? The second thing I was going to say, the first thing was the office thing. The second, great, perfect. The second thing I was going to say is for people who can't hear, all right, they rely on the captions that are generated. And when you overtalk, they don't, no captions are generated. So they aren't able to hear either person. They're not able to interpret either part of the conversation. So if you can just, we're all fine. Everyone's fine. Everyone's fine with you speaking your opinion and what you call thoughts, but just do it in turns, right? Erica says something, then you say something. Nemo says something, then you say something. Agree. Just don't overtalk. That's all. Okay.
Got you.
Thank you.
Okay, so can I say this now? Huh?
Go ahead.
Okay, actual revenue collection through 2024 came in 1.5 trillion higher than projected, totaling 28.5 trillion through 2024, which has led some to conclude that the TCJA's economic growth effects were larger than originally forecast, and that the TCJA largely or fully paid for itself. Thank you very much.
What's your source there, Jolene?
Let's see here. This is Committee for a Responsible Federal Budget.
Yep.
And they are left-leaning, not right-leaning. So now, what else do y'all want to argue about?
I can't. I fucking can't.
You can't? You can't, huh? You can't. You can't because it's the truth and you just don't want to admit it. You just won't take any information in. That's the problem with the left. That's just, there's no hope. And I hope y'all don't take control of this country anymore.
Yeah, because we would probably start World War III, right?
No.
I'm working on a shirt.
Nope, I don't.
Oh
no! You're so scared to do anything.
Erica, shit! I meant to expand you. Shit! I clicked the wrong. Erica, come back. I'm so sorry, Erica. That was an accident.
Throw you off.
Wow, Matt just could not take someone's store being promoted. I see how it is.
You know what, Dan? The problem is it's not Black History Month anymore.
Y'all see that? Y'all see that? 2,000 people watching. Y'all see that? Matt does not support black business.
Sure doesn't. The fuck was that,
White
Matt?
supremacy in action.
Oh my God. The hell?
Racism.
This isn't going to be the shirt, though, guys. This won't be the shirt. This is just the print. I'm just gonna take the print from the mug and put it on a shirt. I'm just trying to size it. Do you all like it? You like it?
I like that so much.
I like it.
Yes. I am smarter than a Trump supporter.
I think
All right.
that's cute.
You can see it? You can see it? You
I
want
can
one?
see it now. Yeah, I pulled it up on my little laptop. Yeah.
You want one, Jolene?
No, thank you.
You sure?
No, I'm positive.
Okay.
Believe me.
Okay. All right, I'm just saying. EricaEffect.com.
EricaEffect.com.
All right,
It's
now.
a shame. It's a shame that you would wear something like that. Really.
Oh,
No.
it's a
What?
It's a shame.
It's fucking awesome.
Shame.
It's fucking awesome.
Shame.
It's a statement.
So what do you not like about our president?
I can't stand the way that he walked, the way that he talked. Can't stand the policies that he makes. I hate the way that he dressed. I really also hate the way that he leans forward. What is that about? What is that about? Also, did I mention the policies, the actions that he's taking? Like, we're literally in a war. And you all try to justify it with, what do you all say? He said no prolonged wars. He said no long-term wars. Yeah.
Right. No,
Like, bro, a war is a war is a war. Like, what are we doing? Yeah, it is. I promise you. Yes, ma'am. It is.
You don't think we should have done anything to Iran?
Should we? No.
I've lived 52
Was
years.
it no?
And I've listened to Iran for 50 years. Threaten America.
Dead to
America. Dead to America. Dead to America. Dead to America.
Do you know why they say that?
That's all they've ever said.
But do you know why? It's bright.
Because they
Sorry.
think we're infidels.
No, you don't know why then. Okay, so it's actually going to take you back on the history. I'm going to tell you why. Take you on a history lesson, love. All right, so in the 1950s, 1953, Iran actually elected their a president. His name was Mossadegh, right? And Mossadegh wanted to nationalize Iranian oil. Right. But the U.S. and Great Britain were like, nah, we can't have that, because if they nationalize it, then basically they're going to charge us more to use it. And they didn't want that. So they wanted a more westernized leader in place, someone who would have their interest at heart. And so what they did was they did a coup, and they called it Operation Ajax. Right. And with Operation Ajax, they were able to get Mossadegh out of there. The oil did not become nationalized. And so they got Pahlavi. I hope I say his name right. Pahlavi. Pahlavi was a piece of shit. Right. Although he was more westernized and whatnot. And I mean, he was like, it was kind of like their own little US over there for a moment, for about a good 20 or so odd years. But with that being said, he was killing people. He was killing people. Yes.
He was.
The working class and the middle class, those who were dissidents, those who were descendants, those who did not agree with him. All right, detractors is the word I'm looking for. All right, yeah, he was unaliving them, Jolene. Yeah, and then what ended up happening is the Ayatollah came around Khomeini. All right, that's Khomeni, Khomeini, him. Okay, yeah. So I hope you're thinking about the first one, not the second one, who was just unalived.
Khomeini.
Yeah, you're thinking about the first one, right?
In 79.
Yeah, 1979, exactly. So he came around, and we started the revolution, right? So they started the revolution. Carter tried to act like it wasn't happening, but then he tried to make deals behind the scenes with the Ayatollah, which backfired. And basically they no longer supported Pahlavi, or whatever his name is, the Shah. I'm going to call him the Shah. They no longer supported him. Yeah. And so basically our relationship with Iran was beyond repair, irreparably damaged. We had Iran, the crises.
Did you
Carter.
say the president was?
Carter?
All right, just checking. Go ahead.
Was this a quiz?
No, go ahead. I was just checking. When he a Democrat.
Okay. What does it matter if he was a Democrat or not?
Just checking. See
what does it matter? What?
It's a point scoring exercise for Erica.
Oh, that's what that is. What is she? What the hell is
She
she
wants to
doing?
besmirch the one good man that's occupied the Oval Office in the last 50 years.
Yeah, pretty fucking much. Like Carter ain't did nothing to nobody. Anywho, so basically that's it. So we ain't been right with Iran since 1979 when the Iran hostage crisis started. So there's that. Okay, and so the reason why they screamed death to America is because we came in and we took out their duly elected president. All right, Mossadegh, and we installed. We did a regime change, and we put in a friggin' dictator who unalived Iranian people.
Jimmy Carter did.
This lady's not okay.
All right. So it's obvious that she wasn't listening to anything that you just said,
Nothing.
Erica. So now we're just going to shift from trying to have a dialogue to embarrassing the fuck out of her. Matt, if you wouldn't mind, Matt, could you put that up on screen? Now, here's the thing. I did something that Jolene does not believe in, which is read. Okay, so I pulled up the CFRB, the Committee for Responsible Budget. The Committee for Responsible Budget. The Committee for Responsible Federal Budget. The thing that you cited, that you read off earlier, Jolene. You remember that?
Right.
Yeah. No, I read it. I read it off. Now, here's the funny thing, Jolene. I found the exact thing. The exact thing that you read off, word for word. Found it. Okay.
Right.
I did. Now, this is the really funny part. Matt, if you click on the link that I sent you.
Oh, the link. Sorry about that.
Yeah, if you go to that article.
Yeah.
Click that. It's the second paragraph. So if you blow it up, now I'm gonna start reading from the second paragraph. Actual revenue collection through 2024 came in $1.5 trillion higher than projected, totaling $28.5 trillion through 2024, which has led some to conclude the TCJA's economic growth effects were larger than originally forecast, and that the TCJA largely or fully paid for itself. That is what our friend here, Jolene, read off earlier. She thought it was a mic drop moment. Now, here's the problem, Jolene. When you read something, oftentimes words come after sentences in paragraphs. Okay, so you read off the first sentence, but you failed to include the literal next fucking sentence. You inept fucking vapid troglodyte. The next sentence, the very next sentence in that paragraph that comes after the period in the sentence that you read off is, however, the data show that all of this additional revenue can be explained either by higher inflation or by a temporary one-time revenue surge that came in 2022, the fifth year after the passage of the TCJA and immediately on the heels of a pandemic and inflation crisis. The very next sentence debunks the very claim that you made. I swear to God, Alabama has earned its spot as the very dead last state when it comes to education, because you don't know a goddamn thing.
I told you, Matt. I told you.
Well, I agreed with you.
You did agree.
I literally, Erica, I just want to be clear that Erica texted me. I bet a galaxy she says something racist. And I said, I'm not taking that bet. And then later on I said, we both know she's going to slur. And then Erica said, it won't be a racial slur. It's going to be something towards you and Nemo, something ableist. And we're like kind of right in the middle.
Close.
We're pretty close. I feel like we're really spot on there. So
yeah, that was wicked. Oh my gosh, that was predictable. Whew.
Yeah, and Jolene, if you're wondering why we dropped you, is you can't use that word. You can't use that word. That's gross. You're kind of gross. Don't do that. It's one of our favorite mods. It's Nick. Hi, Nick. How are you?
I am excellent.
Hello.
How are you, Matt? Hi, beauties.
Hello.
Nemo, Erica. So I just wanted to come up and number one, thank you for doing the Lord's work as we've just done for however long. Yes, bless you, my children. We have right now 2,000 people in here, and thank each and every one of you for being here. Please take about 30 seconds, tap it up. Let's get Matt up to 350K on the likes. Don't forget your daily heart me. Make sure, if you're not already, following Erica, following Nemo on the page that he's on tonight, because it might be different tomorrow. But make sure they also, in their BIOs, there are options to support each and every one of them. In addition, have a little second later or on a different device, visit Erica Effect and all of her goodness that she has going on there. So we have been blessed with all of these beautiful people tonight. And Jolene, bless unto you as well. But everybody tap it up. Thank you for being here. And everybody have a good night.
Thank you, Nick. We appreciate it very much. W's to all of our mods.
Thank
Appreciate
you.
you, friend. Thank you, friend. Also, just want to add to that, if you're over on the tube, you can follow myself. Right here, you can follow Nemo. His link is down in the description. Erica, yours is just Erica Shante, right? Just by itself, or is it with the underscore? Your
over on
handle
YouTube?
Yeah, on the tube.
How would I know, Matt? Come on.
I don't know. I mean, you came up with it, but okay.
That's fair.
Okay.
Damn it. The pressure. Oh my God, I feel so. Oh my God. Oh, the pressure is on.
That's okay.
It's one word. Erica Shante.
Okay, there you go. That's Erica with a C and then SHANTE. Actually, I'll pop it in the chat in a minute so that you can follow our friend Erica. We do have 300 people over on the tube right now. And then I will go first here. I want to thank Tara for the one on the Blue app. It says, "I'll never believe in a God that allows children to suffer watching your kid go through cancer. There is no Sky Daddy." Fair enough, friend. Agreed. Thank you to Anna for the 2 on the Blue app. W for the 2,000 watching. You guys are amazing. Thank you, friend. And then thank you to Lindsay. Lindsay with the ass. Thank you, Lindsay. As a pastor's daughter with a background in innocence work, Jesus fucking Christ. Stay well, friend. Thank you for the 15 on the Blue app. And then also over on the tube, we have Martin, the 25 Canadian, says, "Big spoiler map, but you need to boot just a fairy. He or she lacks rationalism." That's one of the mods. Sorry about that, friend. We'll take a look at that. Nina, thank you for the 5. Says Trump cut humanitarian immigrants off SNAP for no reason under the OBBBA, the Big Beautiful Bill. Thank you, Nina. Agreed. Thank you to Deb for the $4.99 super chat. Activists Paul Rayrick, Richard Viguerie, and Jerry Falwell concocted the abortion issue in 1979, 6 years after Roe v. Wade, to use against Jimmy Carter. That is 100% correct. Abso-fucking-lutely. Thank you to Nina also for the $2 super chat. It says reading is better than, quote, living. Yeah. And thank you to Freddie for the gift of the jewels. Do you guys have anything that you need to read off before we move to our next? You'd better have some things to read off.
You got anything, Nemo?
1 second. I've got several. Several in the constitutional sense, where they say several states, and it ends up being way fucking more than that. Lindsay with the ass, thank you. On the Blue app, you said, "Take care, friend." Lindsay with the ass part 2 says, "As a lawyer, I also make a living shitting in my ass and arguing with people." Or, I'm sorry, sitting on my ass and arguing with people. Wow, dyslexia is a bitch. I'm sorry, my bad. Sitting on my ass and arguing with people. Solidarity, friend. Hell yeah. Neely, thank you. You said, "Meemaw is a lot." Yeah, there are many a Southern woman that I've grown up around that remind me of that person. Thank you. Thank you, Frederica. You said, "For preaching to Jolene, who Dolly Parton would be ashamed of. Dear Lord, that one's a special kind of insult. If Dolly Parton doesn't like you, you fucked up bad. Thank you, Anna. You said W for the 2K watchers. You guys are awesome. Thank you, Anna, again. You said, for speaking the truth, my immigrants' parents came here and worked their ass off without taking a dime from the government. It looks like it cut it. Oh, yeah. The last two, the messages were cut off, so I'll have to track those down. Go ahead, Erica.
I'm sorry. I do have facial expressions. Hey, thank you so much to Rochelle for the $20. Thank you so very much. Rochelle said from Mama. I'm so sorry. Your labor is not free. Thank you, Mama Avery. I appreciate you, love. Thank you so very much. I'm gonna stop looking at names and just read them out, and then I'm gonna see your names last. All right. Thank you so much. All right. Shout out to Geeky Rules. I can't do it because then I have to flip it over. So this is me thanking, guys. Good grief. Live in action. All right. Thank you so very much. I appreciate you. Thank you so very much. She said couldn't send during Black History Month. So here's to kick off Black Future and Women's History Month. Keep doing all the good things. Thank you so very much. I appreciate you, love. Thank you to Frederica for the 10. Frederica said, doing the goodest thing. Hey, I know that's right. Appreciate you. Draw some hearts in the chat, y'all. Also, shout out to D Moore for the 5. D Moore said, women supporting women because what do you mean you had none to announce in Matt's live? Appreciate your knowledge, your facial expressions, and your empathy for others. Thank you so much, love. Thank you. I do be making some faces. Thank you. And Anna, thank you for the 3. Anna said, can't wait to get my t-shirt. I can't wait for you to get it either. Let me know how you like it. All right. And she said, love your lives and love your input in Matt's live. Keep doing all those good things, love. I definitely will. Thank you so very much. I appreciate you. And shout out to Lindsay with the ass. Hey, Lindsay. Lindsay sent 15 and said, not you literally taking them to church. I try not to. But that lady, I don't like these fake Christians. I don't like it because I believe, I don't know if y'all know this. I believe in God. I also believe in Jesus. I just don't follow an organized religion, right? And I don't like these people who pretend to follow God and they do all of this awful shit. Like, how do you support what they're doing to kids? Did you guys read the AP article about the Dilley Detention Center in Texas?
Yes.
All right.
Yes.
Can you imagine like having the lights on 24/7?
It's psychological torture.
It is. They're torturing babies. It's sick. Thank you so much to Miss Loretta. Hey, my love. Miss Loretta sent 5 and said, I am looking to be somebody's rib too. I know that's right, Miss Loretta. All right. Drop some hearts in the chat for my lady. Also, shout out for another 2 to Anna. Anna said, W for the women on the panel trying to teach Agatha about consent and a woman's autonomy to her own body. Love it. Man, that lady needs some help. That's what happens when you don't read. And Bridget, thank you so much for the 10 for your fucking amazing. And I love you. I love you more. Thank you so much. And let me make sure I can say your name. Kristen, thank you so much for the 5. Can we please get that logo on a really large mug? Okay, I'll try to put it on a large mug tonight. I will, like the 20-ounce one. I'll try that tonight. And then let me see here. And thank you so much. All right, I appreciate you so very much. I'm so happy that I read the ending of your don't know, but thank you to you know who for the 20 over on the PayPal. So Erica, keep doing all the good things. All right. Oh, you're the ship that sells at midnight. Okay, got you. Thank you so very much, love. I appreciate you. Okay, keep doing the good things.
I'm sorry.
Go ahead, Matt.
I was just gonna say I had one of the one because I missed one. Geeky Rules also sent me one on the Blue app. It says, "May our people stay safe. Long live Bilal al-Sham. Stay safe, cousin." YouTube friend. That's Bilal al-Sham is basically that's the area of the Levant, kind of including like Lebanon, Syria, Jordan, Israel, Palestine, like basically like that area. So that would be the Arabic name for it. Also, thank you to No Man for the $4.99. It just says, I just always wanted to send a super chat. Well, you did. Congratulations. And thank you to Tech Raven Bot, who is the first to join memberships over on the Tube, which just launched today. Thank you, our very first member over on the Tube. So congratulations. We will talk more about memberships and all the perks and everything like that. But thank you. That's wonderful. Appreciate you being the very first member over there. Nemo, please, my friend. Sorry about that.
So I've got the full messages now. So
good.
Anna, thank you. You said, for speaking the truth, my immigrant parents came here, worked their ass off without taking a dime from the government. Hagatha is clueless about the immigrant experience. True. Also, Slava Ukraine. Kristen, thank you for the blue app. You said, can we ask Jolene why she thought you were putting yourself down when you said, people like me, a white cisgender man? Her reply was, don't put yourself down. I didn't catch that. Wow.
She did say that.
Wow.
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Jacqueline, thank you for the other blue app. You said, Nemo, help. These people are so stupid. They think reading isn't something they should do. And these people vote.
Ooh.
Please
vote.
keep educating
Let's make
MAGA.
it
Thanks,
work.
Nemo. Not only do they vote, they also drive.
And procreate.
Loretta, and procreate. Yeah. Loretta, thank you on the green app. You said, 5 for you and Matt for patience from Poochie. Thank you. And Amanda, thank you for that very generous green app. You said, for the iconic takedown of that insufferable grandma. Yeah, it got personal at the end.
It got a little bit at the end. It did. Hello, caller. Thank you for waiting a moment. Did you vote for Donald Trump?
Yes.
Hi. Yes. Okay, great. What state did you vote in, and how old are you?
Texas, and I am 31 years old.
Okay. Thanks for calling. Would you like to talk about one of the subjects that we have up on the screen above us, or something else that Donald Trump is doing right now?
The topics on the screen are fine. Thank you.
Okay, what would you like to talk about?
Well, specifically, I just wanted to have like an open dialogue about ICE and no new wars. I just want to understand the position, I guess.
Okay, what would you like to start with?
We could do ICE as a domestic terrorist group.
Okay. Do you think that what ICE is doing is okay?
I guess okay is kind of a wonky word. I think they're following the letter of the law. I think there's a lot of information being thrown out there. So I just kind of want to understand both positions. I'm not kind of
I'm sorry,
leaning in any one direction.
I'm sorry. You're a little soft. I just want to make sure that I understood what you said. Did you say you think that they are following the letter of the law, or they're not?
Where specifically?
No, I'm asking you. I thought you said that they. I couldn't hear you. You said something about the letter of the law. Are you saying that? What did you say in your statement? I just couldn't hear you. You're a little soft to hear.
Well, yeah, not trying to be soft. I guess you're using ICE as a general statement. Are you talking every single ICE member across the United States ever, since Donald Trump started, or are we talking like?
I'm not making. I'm sorry. I don't mean to. I'm not. No. I'm not making a statement. I was just asking you to clarify what you said. You made a statement, and you said in your statement they're something the letter of the law. I just couldn't hear you say if you were saying they are following the letter of the law or they're not. What did you say about it? That I'm not saying anything about it right now.
Gotcha. Okay. Yeah. So I guess when you make an affirmative claim, such as ICE is a domestic terrorist group, I just kind of expect that the person that's going to make that positive claim is going to prove that.
I absolutely am going to. I absolutely, we're happy to do that. I was just asking if you thought, I'm asking just, do you think that what they're doing is okay? Do you feel like, I was just curious. Because maybe you're like, no, I don't think what they're doing is okay, but I also don't think that they're that bad. I was just curious where you're at.
Yeah, that makes sense. There are situations I am absolutely sure where ICE has done things that I would probably not agree with. Although, as a whole, I think that ICE is under a microscope, and therefore, per usual, anytime they're under a microscope, the public, as per usual, and the media are going to pick out things they're not doing. But as a whole, I think ICE is doing just fine.
Okay, got it. So basically, you're saying as a whole they're doing just fine, but probably just making some. Okay, great. So, do you know? Let's start here. Do you know and understand the definition of terrorism, and not just kind of like what you think issue, but like the actual definition of the words, that we can have a starting point?
Yeah, I'm happy to give you a definition.
Well, no, I'm saying, do you know the definition of the word? I can give you the definition. I know the Oxford Dictionary definition of the word.
Yeah, correct.
Okay, what is it? What's the definition?
Premeditated, unlawful use of violence against civilians, property, governments, to induce fear, coerce, or
Yeah, and it basically, mainly for political aims is kind of like there's a political
nowhere
purpose.
in there does it say political. But yes,
in the Oxford Dictionary, the definition of terrorism, I don't know where your definition comes from, but in the Oxford English Dictionary, it's the unlawful use of violence and intimidation, especially against civilians, for political aims. So that
Bruh, what was that? You didn't do that. He did that.
I did not hang up on
I know, he
him.
did that.
What the fuck? Okay. All right, bud. Well then, guess the phone lines are open again. Hi, thanks for calling the stream. Did you vote for Donald Trump?
No, man, it's Melvin.
Sorry? Oh, it's Melvin.
It's Melvin.
Hey, Melvin, how are you, friend?
Oh, hey, Mr. Melvin.
Hi, how you doing, Erica? Hey, Nemo.
Hi.
Hey, friend. What's going on?
I got the P.O. Box number. So midnight tomorrow, the site will be going live.
Awesome.
Oh, fantastic. Really excited to check it out, man. It's gonna be awesome. You want to tell everybody?
Yeah.
Real quick, want to tell everybody what the name of the website is?
Well, let me see, because I had it up before I got on. Yeah, I'm gonna tell you right now. Give me a second. It is called max-2628.myshopify.com. If I'm on Shopify, what I'll do is I'll inbox you and Miss Erica the website, and it's got everything. So
excellent.
You talk about coffee mugs, hats, shirts,
awesome.
leggings. Yes, I got a little bit of everything for everybody, and when I mean everybody, I mean everybody.
Awesome.
That's fantastic, friend. We appreciate you, Melvin.
And I appreciate you guys. I would have sent some money, but I had to send my son. He hit me up for $50 because he said he's a college kid.
Mr. Melvin, we gotta talk to the Trump supporters.
Yeah, Melvin, but before I just want to tell you, friend, you've been super kind. You don't need to apologize.
Oh, yeah, you don't have to worry about
really
that.
appreciate you being generous. Thank you so much. I just really appreciate you. That's very kind of you, but don't feel like you have to. We're very excited to check out the shirts, but we do want to move on though and talk to some more Trump supporters.
Send me the info so I can buy it.
But send us the info so we can put it up tomorrow. Okay, we'll put it up for you tomorrow. Okay, friend.
All right. Thank you.
Awesome.
We'll talk to you later, friend.
Have a good night, Mr. Melvin.
Good night, Erica. Bye.
W's in the chat for our friend Melvin. We appreciate you very much, Melvin. W's for Melvin, and we'll be excited to check out his stuff tomorrow. Hi, thank you for calling the stream. Did you vote for Donald Trump?
Yes, in 2016, but not this year.
So you're not a current Trump supporter?
I really believe it's more kind of like they're both Democrats.
Thanks for calling the stream. Did you vote for Donald Trump?
Not officially. I didn't vote this past election, but I did have some things I wanted to talk about what he was doing with Iran, if that was fine with you all.
Are you a Trump supporter, or are you
There's things that I have, like, he's a 50% person, like, the thing that I say, like, I support on. There's things that he does not fully in integration that I want him to see to do, but some things that have, like, a good intention if it was executed properly. So, like, one of the things that I talk with my folks about is when it comes to, like, tariffs, I think that what he should have done first was done an incentive for companies to come here and build in America, then put tariffs to try to
You
have
mean he
localized
should have done
building.
the thing that Joe Biden already did, so you should have voted for Kamala Harris? Sure, man. Okay.
I didn't vote because I wasn't in the
yeah,
country at the time
yeah,
during the election.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
that's
Well,
why I
anyways,
didn't
yeah.
vote.
How old
But
are you? How old are you, and what state are you in?
I'm 29 and I'm in Texas.
What is it that you wanted to talk about with the Iran war?
Ask him a question really quick, Matt.
Sure, Erica, go for it.
Okay, so quick question. You're in Texas, all right? Have you already voted in your state's primary?
I have not yet. I'm really busy right now. I know it's important to do this, but me and my fiance, we just got a house. We're doing all this stuff with house modeling because we're tearing it down basically and rebuilding this stuff. So I'm just really occupied with all that right now. I wish I
So
could
you-
dedicate my time more to that, but like I said, I'm swamped with time.
Yeah, the election, the primary is tomorrow. The vote is today, the 3rd of March. So you actually do have the time to go vote because now you know about it.
I know, but like I'm literally going to the house tomorrow to tear up tile, which I have to get done so that my fiance can move into the house. That doesn't take a short amount of time. And I have to do that after I get finished with my job, which I get out at 6.
I'm not Hector. I'm going to say something here. Fuck this guy. Fuck him.
Ouch.
Yeah, ouch, motherfucker. Bye.
Yeah.
What the fuck?
Get the fuck out of here. Thank you to Devil Doll for being our second membership over on the tube. Appreciate you. Thank you, friend. And who we got here? Thank you for calling the stream. Did you vote for Donald Trump?
I did.
Okay. How old are you and what state did you vote in?
I am 38, just left Nashville, and now I'm in Dallas.
Okay. Did you want to discuss something that we've got up on the screen or something else that Donald Trump is doing right now?
Whatever you'd prefer. I mean, immigration war, anything that you'd prefer.
Well, we'll always let the guests choose, so whatever you would prefer talking about.
We could start with immigration.
Okay. What would you like to say about immigration?
Well, just my stance on the comment on your job on your board there is that ICE are domestic terrorists, and I just strongly disagree. They're upholding the laws. If you want to change the laws, you can do that in Congress. Otherwise, illegal immigrants, every single one of them should be.
Oh, okay. So they're upholding the law?
Yes.
What's the Fourth Amendment to the Constitution?
I couldn't tell you off the top of my head.
It's the Fourth Amendment is the one that guarantees us the right to not have a legal search and seizure, which means that somebody can't come into your house without a judicial warrant. They can't bust down your door and just come in and, arrest you or take your stuff or different things like that. So so that's the Fourth Amendment. You know what a judicial warrant. You know that like when the cops can't come in your house without a warrant. You realize that, right?
Right. Does the U.S. Constitution apply in Brazil?
No, it applies here. I'm talking about America.
Oh.
What are you? Why would you
It
ask
applies
me? I'm sorry.
to
Why would you
Americans.
ask me? I'm sorry. Why would you ask me about Brazil? I'm talking about the jurisdiction of America. And if the next sentence that's about to come out of your mouth is it only applies to American citizens, I really would strongly recommend that you reconsider that sentence that you're about to say.
Well, I do believe it applies to American citizens.
Okay, you believe 100% incorrectly. The Constitution, specifically the part in the 5th and the 14th Amendment that involve due process for all citizens, which would include the Fourth Amendment, absolutely, positively applies to all persons. In fact, there's only a few things in the Constitution that don't apply to all persons on U.S. soil.
So you think that illegal immigration should be okay? I mean, I'm not tracking your argument.
I'm not even making an argument right now. I'm just trying to explain to you that you said that ICE is working within the bounds of the law. They're operating legally. And then I said, do you know what the Fourth Amendment is? You said no. I've now pointed out to you that the Fourth Amendment protects all of us against illegal search and seizure. Is ICE currently violating the Fourth Amendment? And I'll save you the trouble here. The answer is yes. Yes, they are. Not only are they just violating it, but they actually sent out a memo this past May telling their agents to violate the Fourth Amendment. So, if an agency is actively telling their federal agents to violate the Constitution, are they acting in an unlawful manner?
So your argument is that every president of the United States is acting in an unlawful manner by deporting
sir. I don't think you're tracking the argument. Again,
well,
just
every
this. I would.
Obama,
I'm so sorry. I'm gonna. Let's slow things down. Let's slow things down.
Sure.
I never said that deporting somebody was illegal. I am saying that violating the Fourth Amendment to the Constitution is illegal. And up until May of 2025, ICE, in their training manual, said you can't use an I-200 or an I-205, both of which are administrative warrants, not judicial warrants. They said in their training manuals, you can't use those to go into someone's house because it would be a violation of the Fourth Amendment. That's illegal. And then in May of 2025, a memo was circulated and sent out to ICE agents that basically said, actually, violate the Fourth Amendment and just go into people's houses with only administrative warrants, not judicial warrants. Now what we've seen since then, shocker, spoiler alert, ICE is now entering homes without judicial warrants, which is illegal and unconstitutional. So no, every president has not done that. Every president has deported people, absolutely. But no, every president has not directed ICE or previous before them INS to operate outside the bounds of the Constitution of the United States of America. Donald Trump has, though.
Gotcha. So let's say that's all correct. That's all good. Do you mind, like, just me asking, why is there such a strong protection of illegal immigrants from the left and not the same protection for U.S. citizens? Like, why do you care so much to protect their rights when American citizens?
No. Hold on. If you got that from what Matt just said, then I don't know. I think that you may have not been listening closely.
No, I did. So let's say Matt's correct on the legality of it. That's fine. I'm asking, what is the position of the left to be so gung-ho to protect illegal immigrants? Why? What is the purpose?
So
why is it that the left is so stronghold on protecting illegal immigrants and their rights and giving them free shit?
It's not giving people free shit, number one. Number two,
so when they move here, they're buying their own homes. What do you think is happening?
Yeah. You think the government's giving away homes? Yeah, no. Hold on. We're sticking to the Fourth Amendment thing. So listen, dude, it's about protection of people's constitutional rights. Okay. It's not about protecting illegal immigrants' rights exclusively. It's also U.S. citizens' constitutional rights and permanent residents' constitutional rights and anyone's visitors' constitutional rights. People have constitutional rights if they are on American soil. Period. End of story.
Okay,
there are specific parts. There are specific parts in the Constitution that explicitly state citizen. For that, those are exclusive to citizens, right? That's the right to vote. Mm-hmm. That is the, I guess, right or ability to run for Congress or to be a politician in the United States. There are certain things that are exclusive to citizens. That is true. But if it doesn't say citizen, then it is person. And if it's a person, it's any person. That's why there is absolutely a distinction between person and citizen in the Constitution. I can read off a part of the Constitution.
I agree with you there.
Okay, if we agree, right, then the argument that's being provided to you is not arguing for, oh, you just want to protect the rights of illegals. No, it's the rights of anyone. It is protecting rights from a government that insists on trampling upon them.
Okay, that's interesting. So I'm guessing you guys are big favor. You guys love the Second Amendment too?
Yes.
Oh, good.
You asked.
So that's new for the left.
No, it's not.
I'll do my party trick. I'll be right back.
And while Nemo does that, no, it's not. It's not new for the left to want to protect the Bill of Rights. You can laugh all you want. It's not new for the left or anybody in this country to want to protect the Bill of Rights as it was written. The problem is that people on the right have decided that that Second Amendment means that you can do whatever the fuck you want. When in fact,
it means you can
the
own
only
guns.
thing, no, sir, the only thing that it means, would you
I
like?
do it. The
great.
Constitution's out the window. All of a sudden, you don't love the Constitution.
Sir, if
This
you'd
is
like me to
wild.
explain the Supreme Court ruling to you, I will. If you just want to
That's
say
wild.
bullshit off the top of your head because you don't understand judicial
Sure.
law, fine. You'll look stupid in front of 1,600 people or 1,800 people.
Oh.
So,
My goodness, all 1,800. Oof. Listen,
can you explain
can't
Heller
be-
to us? Can you explain Heller to us, please? Explain Heller, the Supreme Court decision, since you know so much about the Second Amendment. What does Heller say?
So, do you believe
What
that
does
every
Heller say?
I would be happy to explain that to you. Do
Great,
you mind
I'm waiting.
If I ask you?
Nope, I'm waiting. We're going to stick with this. What does Heller say?
So,
what does District of Columbia v. Heller say? What does District of Columbia v. Heller say? I am waiting.
That individuals may possess firearms.
Wrong.
But that's not the point.
Wrong.
You can't argue this. You're doing the same thing with the Constitution that you're doing with the Supreme Court.
Wrong.
So do you believe the Supreme Court was correct?
You're wrong. That's not what DC v. Heller says.
Yes, it does.
Really? Are you sure about that?
I am sure.
So you can do anything you want, and it said in the ruling that it's an unlimited right?
It says that something along the line, I don't know, I don't have it in front of me, something along the lines of individuals have the right to have guns. Here's the problem with your argument, sir.
Wrong.
Shall we quote Antonin Scalia himself?
Nemo, would you please?
I don't have the direct quote in front of me, but Antonin Scalia, who was the arch conservative of the Supreme Court until he finally kicked the bucket, famously said that there were absolutely limits upon the Second Amendment in that exact ruling.
What limit?
Stand by.
And as you do that, you're doing the same straw man. You can't say that. Okay, so if you think every Supreme Court,
that's not a straw man.
I'll tell you exactly what it is.
This is a Supreme Court ruling, and unless you have a Supreme Court ruling that supersedes it, you have no ground to stand on.
Okay, sir. So can you just let me finish my sentence?
Is abortion legal at the federal level in this country? Yes or no?
Yes.
It is? You sure about that? At the federal level, the
federal level, it is not. States.
Okay, great. And why is that?
Because it's not in the Constitution.
What happened to make that was
the
Roe
Supreme
versus
Court ruling.
Roe. Okay, got it. So we had a ruling, and then that ruling was overturned, right?
Right.
So the current state of that. Hold on, time out. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry.
I can't even get a sentence in.
I know. I'm trying to explain something to you, and you keep interrupting. Thank you.
I haven't gotten a sentence in.
I know. It's almost like you don't know what the fuck you're talking about, so I'm trying to talk over you. Anyways, so if the Supreme Court has decided Heller, and there hasn't been a decision that would override Heller, Heller is the law of the land because that's the current interpretation by the Supreme Court. Just like when Roe got overturned, it's the current interpretation by the Supreme Court. Nemo, did you have that quote from Scalia?
Yep.
And do you agree with that? Do you agree with that?
This is a direct quote. This is a direct quote from, again, far right conservative Antonin Scalia in the Heller decision. This is a direct quote. Of course, the right was not unlimited, just as the First Amendment's right of free speech was not. Thus, we do not read the Second Amendment to protect the right of citizens to carry arms for any sort of confrontation, just as we do not read the First Amendment to protect the right of citizens to speak for any purpose. So,
exactly.
The Supreme Court...
The Supreme Court ruled that that you can still have guns. You just can't have it for any reason that you deem you want.
You can't
that doesn't
have
mean
any
anything.
gun.
You can still
can't have any gun.
Individuals have the right
it literally
to
says
keep and
there are
bear
limits
arms.
upon the Second Amendment.
Yes, you can't. Just like you can't yell fire in a crowded theater, you can't have a gun to go commit murder. But you can have a gun for self-defense.
That's not what.
Okay, so again,
that's
he's
exactly
talking
what it's
about
saying.
he's talking about limits on the right itself. There are limits to every right, and to your point,
but there are no limits.
You can't yell fire in a crowded
individual-
theater. Oh fuck, man. Okay, look, I just please. I think there's a delay, so that might be part of it. But also, please, just I promise, if you can wait, you will be given the ability to speak. I promise you will. But if you keep interrupting, you are way less likely to get to speak at all, because we're going to continue to interrupt you. You can come to this in good faith and have a calm conversation, or you can try and talk over us. You will lose, by the way. So
I'm
listen.
sincerely trying.
Okay. All right. So listen closely, please. Scalia and the conservatives of the court, the majority opinion of this decision, argued that there are absolutely limits upon the Second Amendment, just like there are limits upon every other right, okay? There are limits. And we know this based on all of the different regulations that appear for firearms, just like there are regulations for speech. It isn't just the Supreme Court ruling that says you can't yell fire in the crowded theater. There are absolutely all sorts of ordinances whenever it comes to how loud you can speak in an area, what time you're allowed to speak in an area. There are absolutely limits upon these rights. And the same thing is true when it comes to the Second Amendment. You can't own literally any firearm. There are certain firearms that you can't own. Or to obtain said firearm, you have to go through a bunch of hoops to get it, right? I'm well aware of this because, back to the thing from earlier, my little party trick, are you listening closely?
I'm listening.
Okay, this is my view on the Second Amendment. I am a fan of the Second Amendment. I am a practitioner of the Second Amendment. I am from the South. I grew up here. I bear arms. I have no problem with that. When it comes to regulation, I'm fine with regulation on the Second Amendment. Okay?
Okay.
Real quick, before we move any further, caller, I just want to double check something. Are you listening to us just on your phone, or are you trying to listen to us through a device speaker or something like on YouTube or something?
I saw your thing on YouTube, and then I called the number, but I'm not able to watch it while I'm talking to you.
Okay, I just wanted to double check that you weren't, because some people try to do that, and that causes a delay. So, unlike I should point out, unlike Nemo, I am not a Second Amendment owner, and it's not really my cup of tea. But I respect the Second Amendment, and I respect the Supreme Court's ruling. It's currently the law of the land, and so it is what it is. So that's it, because it's the law of the land. And it's the Second Amendment to the Constitution. So I have no choice. Do you understand?
I do. So back to the other individual's comments about there's restrictions on speech. Those restrictions are not at the federal level about decimals of volume or time in which you can speak. Those are state and local. That's not federal. The only thing that you can't do.
You're right about that, but you're right about
okay,
that.
so I don't know why he
no,
referenced that.
But hold on, and Alex, I can
can't
easily
ever get
explain that to
off,
you.
But go ahead.
Because what you're saying is just wrong. Because here's the problem. You're right; those are state level things. However, if those state level regulations weren't constitutional, they could be challenged at the Supreme Court, and they could go up to the Supreme Court. And guess what? That's where we get Supreme Court cases, when state-level laws and different things get bumped up.
I know how that works.
Good. So then you would know that those regulations that we're talking about, those things that we're talking about, they are constitutional. So even if you're talking about those laws, they are still constitutional. So that's why it matters. So it doesn't matter if a state made the law still has to abide by the Constitution of the United States. So therefore, a regulation fitting into the First Amendment, even if it's not a law made by the federal government, it still has to be constitutional. So your argument doesn't make any sense.
If I can jump in,
there's a lot of laws that are not federally backed.
I'll give you an example of a federal law that is a limit on speech.
Yeah, sure.
18 USC subsection 1001. Statements or entries generally. Okay? Except as otherwise provided in this section, whoever, in any matter within the jurisdiction of the executive, legislative, or judicial branch of the government of the United States, knowingly and willfully falsifies, conceals, or covers up by any trick, scheme, or device a material fact, makes any materially false, fictitious, or fraudulent statement or representation, or makes or uses any false writing or document, knowing the same to contain any materially false, fictitious, or fraudulent statement or entity, they shall be fined under this title and imprisoned for all that shit, right? So there are federal laws when it comes to defamation, when it comes to libel, slander, right? You could easily argue that it is my freedom of speech to say that you like to spend your personal time observing the mating habits of prairie dogs. Technically, that is my free speech when I'm saying that. But if enough people believed me, and if you were to be materially harmed by me saying that, if you were to lose money or something like that, you could sue me for defamation.
I understand that, but here's my stick is that you guys are comparing the Second Amendment to the First, and you don't have any federal laws that restrict the Second.
Literally just gave you one.
No, if you just let me finish my sentence.
Oh, I'm sorry. You said second. I'm sorry.
So the Second Amendment, the Heller case does not specifically state what those requirements, what is not allowed. All it says is that there are limits, but it doesn't go into detail about what those limits are or are not.
So there are federal laws. There are federal laws that
restrict automatic guns, things like that.
Yes, those are limits on the Second Amendment.
Yep.
Yeah, I totally agree. But the left, including the main gentleman, I believe is what I'm understanding is he does not believe that anyone should be able to have a gun for self-defense or at the home.
I literally didn't say that. I just said I am not an owner, and it's just not my thing, but I respect the Second Amendment. You literally didn't listen to the fucking word that I said, dude.
Okay, so you do want individuals to own guns.
I don't want them to, but I respect the Second Amendment because it's the law.
Gotcha.
It doesn't matter, dude. It doesn't matter what I want. It doesn't matter about my opinion. If it's a law and the Supreme Court has decided on it because it is an amendment to the Constitution and that's the way that it exists, that's it. My opinion on it doesn't matter. Your opinion on it doesn't matter. Nemo's doesn't. Erica's doesn't. So why the fuck does my opinion matter? It's the Second Amendment, and the way that it exists and the way that it's been interpreted, most recently by Heller, is the way that it exists. Just like the Fourth Amendment is the way that it exists, and ICE is violating it.
Okay. So maybe I misunderstood this channel. I thought you guys were left-leaning, but you're constitutionalists?
Dude.
No, you're left-leaning.
We are absolutely progressive, but also we believe in the Constitution. Why do you not believe in the Constitution?
I am probably a stronger believer in the Constitution than you
absolutely are not, because you think that ICE is okay right now, and ICE is violating the fuck out of the Constitution. Also, if you're a stronger believer in the Constitution than we are, why the fuck didn't you know that it applies to everybody and not just U.S. citizens?
Let's say ICE is violating the Constitution. Are the illegal immigrants that are coming here, are they violating the Constitution? Are they domestic terrorists?
No, they're not domestic terrorists.
They entered the country illegally.
They're not domestic terrorists.
Are they doing anything violent for political means?
So
is them working a job a violent act?
Well, yeah, they are doing it for political means. It's for congressional seats. We all know that.
It's for congressional seats. What?
The fuck?
You think people are coming here for a census?
I think that the Democrats are trying to encourage illegal immigrants to come to their cities, creating sanctuary cities so they can get more congressional seats. 100%.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
Interesting. Okay. Where do
California.
we find where? Oh, California. Also,
sure.
What's the other one? Texas.
Florida.
You're just going to conveniently ignore the state that you're in Texas, right? You said you were in Texas. You're going to ignore your own state?
I'm not saying that
also,
gerrymandering does not happen. It happens in Illinois, Maine, everywhere.
Let's expand on this. Sure. When it comes to the census. So, not only is it that you ignored the state of Texas, did you know that prisoners?
No. Gerrymandering.
Did you know prisoners are also counted?
Sure. You do realize that gerrymandering is different than the census, correct?
I'm not talking about gerrymandering. I'm talking about the census.
So your qualm is the prisons, not the 21 million people that crossed the border and went to Democrat cities?
Do you think that your state, which has the longest border with Mexico, you're telling me that your state doesn't have undocumented immigrants in it?
But yes, but here's the difference.
Do they
in my
count?
opinion.
Do they count in the census in the state of Texas?
If they complete the census, here's the difference in my opinion.
Okay, so then what you're telling me is that Texas also benefits because Texas population has increased and their electoral votes have increased. The number of seats that they have in Congress has increased. Also, to the point about prisoners, because again, we're talking about the census, prisoners count within that. And if a state were to build prisons for, let's just say, like federal prisons, right? Or to import people into the state across state lines who are like imprisoned for whatever fucking charge, whatever, they can absolutely shift the population numbers using that.
I don't disagree with you.
Okay,
in my opinion, oh God, could I say one sentence? In my opinion, the difference is the Republicans don't care about that census as much. They are fine deporting illegal immigrants at the sake of losing seats in Texas because they know that the Democrats are getting significantly more seats out of it, and they also believe in the rule of law. Democrats are literally having local elections with illegal immigrants allowed to vote.
Oh dear God. Okay, so number one, you haven't substantiated the claim that Democrats are getting more seats.
What? What are you talking about?
You haven't substantiated the claim that Democrats are getting more seats.
Okay. Every single state, every single Democrat-led city is created a sanctuary city where they are avoiding turning over criminal, illegal aliens to ICE.
Let me ask
you. They're not avoiding.
Let me ask you.
What do you mean?
You got to stop.
Minneapolis is 100%.
Hold on. Stop. Stop. Let me ask you a question. The highest populations that we're talking about are going to be California, Texas, and Florida. 2 of the 3 of those are what? They're Republican states, right?
Well, that's an interesting way of putting it,
listen. Can you just answer fucking yes or no? I'm just trying to get some answers here. Are they Republican states? Yes or no?
Well, those aren't.
Are they Republican states? Yes or no?
Are
they run by Republican governments? Yes or no?
2 of them are of the 3 states you listed.
Yes, there you go. Texas and Florida. Great. Good job. Good boy. Excellent. So, California has about 2.3 million by estimate. Texas has 2.1 million by estimate, and Florida has 1.6 million by estimate. That means that combined, Texas and Florida have 3.8 million to California's 2.3 million. Which number is bigger? The one from Texas and Florida or the one from California alone?
It's an odd thing
Which number is bigger? Just which? 3.8 or 2.3? Which number is bigger?
Well, that's an interesting way of putting it.
Is 3.8 million bigger or 2.3 million bigger? Holy fuck.
Those aren't the states that had the most increase.
Holy shit, so listen to me. Listen to me. Holy fuck. Which number is bigger?
The biggest, Colorado gained a seat, North Carolina gained a seat, Oregon gained a seat.
Okay. I'm going to ask you. If you would just answer my question, if you would just answer my fucking question, I would explain it to you. No. You know what? You are the fucking stupidest person that I've talked to in fucking forever. You can get fucked.
Was the answer 3? I wasn't listening. Was it 3? 5? I don't know what the damn answer was. I wasn't listening.
What I was going to point out to him is that it's not just the number of people, but it's the change in number of people. And what he doesn't know is that California has seen a decline in their number. Although they hold a significant population, they've seen a decline in their estimate, while Florida and Texas have increased. That means that in the next census, California would be poised to lose, and Florida and Texas would be poised to gain. That means that of the 3 largest states, the Republicans get all of the benefit because you can't force these people into Democratic states. That's not how it fucking works.
Also,
I truly wasn't listening. I'm working.
This is a fun little. This is like a little trick question you can ask people, I guess. A little fun fact thing. I'm weird, so I go to weird parties. What state has the most registered Republicans?
Is it Texas?
Okay, so Erica thinks Texas.
California.
It's a solid guess. Texas is a solid guess.
California. I know Texas has more registered Democrats than Republicans.
Yeah.
That is correct.
So, according to USA Facts, this is August 2025, California has 5.8 million registered Republicans. Florida has 5.5 million. Texas has somewhere in the neighborhood of 5 million. California has more registered Republicans than any other state. The super duper communist, hardcore left wing, turbo blue, oh my God, socialism California has more registered Republicans than Texas and Florida.
Goddamn commies.
Well, the bad part about it is people that live in Texas understand one thing. To win Texas, you have to win one county. And it's Tarrant County in Texas.
They just won. Didn't they just win? It wasn't a federal seat, but it was a state seat.
State Senate seat.
Yeah.
It was the state Senate seat. The Democrats took Tarrant County.
Awesome.
Without Tarrant County, the Republicans cannot win Texas. And that is what they're looking at. But these people come up here like that guy and talk. What they don't understand is they're actually already losing the state of Texas. And if they lose the state of Texas, it's over. Republicans as a whole are over if they lose the state of Texas.
I mean, that's there's no way. I mean, wait, so Tarrant County, that's Dallas-Fort Worth, right?
It's Fort Worth specific.
Fort Worth specifically, so not Dallas?
Not Dallas. Dallas is already Democratic.
Okay, got it.
You know what I'm saying? The county that has been stopping the Democrats from winning is Tarrant County, and that is Fort Worth, Texas. Out of all the blue cities, San Antonio, Austin, El Paso, Houston, Dallas, Fort Worth. Those are the largest population territories in the state of Texas. Tarrant County has what's kept the Republicans winning in this state. If they lose Tarrant County, which they lost in the special election, it is over for Republicans in the state of Texas.
I don't know how many of you were here the other day when Thick threw this one out, but do you know what he calls Greg Abbott?
What?
Roldemort.
That ain't right.
That is so fitting.
That all the credit in the world. I want to make sure everybody knows that's thick. That's Nicolas Cage, you guys. That is thick. That is Roldemort. It just damn. Isn't that fucking good? That's
really good.
I heard that.
That was amazing.
I died. I was like, neither here nor there. Hi, Val. How are you? Since you're here, I'm kind of curious. How are you feeling about things? What are you thinking? What are your thoughts?
So we've been obviously very focused in Texas right now, right? We've got the race between Jasmine Crockett and Tallarico, and that has been it's a tough race for Texas, and we're actually very concerned about it, to be quite honest. I mean, this is a race that could kind of make or break the Democrats in the state. And I'm going to be honest, you know what I'm saying? I want to be honest with you. I know who can win that Senate seat and who can't statewide. And that is, you know what I'm saying? And that is the concern. That is where, you know what I'm saying? That's where we are in the state right now. The governor's race, we have 9 Democrats running for the governor's seat in the state of Texas. It is nuts. 9 Democrats running for the yes.
Are you serious?
I'm absolutely serious.
Who's your pick out of the field of the 9?
I'm going for Harasosa, and that so it's you can look it up. But she's ran for the governor before and has gotten close for it. And she's, you know what I'm saying? She's somebody that I think can actually win that, you know what I'm saying? Win that race. She's been around a long time. She's been a Democratic leader in the, you know what I'm saying, in the state for a very, very long time. And that's who I'm looking at. The Senate seat is winnable by the deal. And what is funny, the funniest thing about this race is you've got the Republicans right now by the way, in the Senate race, all three of them on the Republican side are all endorsed by Trump. It is the strangest friggin' thing I've ever seen in politics in my life.
That's weird.
He's endorsed all three of them. And the fights that are going on between them, all of y'all seen this, right? The transgender fight, you know what I'm saying? All the different things that we see coming from Republicans, they are doing that against each other.
Yeah, they're spending more money slandering.
Like that.
And that's what they're doing. It is the wildest thing I've ever seen. Where the two Democrats, which are Tallarico, there's three Democrats, but one stands no chance. But it's Tallarico and Jasmine Crockett, right? So, and they're not really, I mean, there's a little bit of back and forth, but nothing, you know what I'm saying? Nothing crazy. It's kind of just, it's pretty mild on both their ends. None of them are really attacking each other. They're both progressives. One's a religious progressive, one's, you know what I'm saying? And, of course, we know where Jasmine Crockett lies.
They're too smart. They're too smart for that. I'm sure that they know what they're doing.
Well, the plus to both these people is you can't really attack them. Okay, you can't attack Jasmine Crockett. You can kind of attack a little bit, but you can't attack Tallarico at all. And that's where, you know what I'm saying? And they just don't. They're not fighting each other in that way. They're not going after each other in that way. And I think that's actually fairly smart.
Yeah, I mean, I couldn't. It's funny. I couldn't even if I tried. I was like, I just think that they're both such like standout candidates. I'm a little jealous of you guys. I mean, it's hard for me in Massachusetts. We have a lot of great candidates, but I'm jealous.
This has got to be the two best candidates running for Senate that I've ever seen, truthfully, in any state. These are both very intelligent and very unbelievably high qualified candidates running for that seat.
Just educated, both great speakers, both inspiring. Like there's a lot there. I like this for you guys. I'm allowing myself to be optimistic for you guys. So I'm gonna be optimistic for you. How about that?
Yeah, no, and we're pretty optimistic too, because like I said, Tarrant County's the key. If Tarrant County votes blue in the general, you know what I'm saying? In the general, of course, we don't know the what's going on. The primaries really don't matter, right? But in the general, if Tarrant County votes blue, it is over for the Republican Party here.
So, in Tarrant County, I just was kind of curious what the results were in the general in 2024.
It was a 30-point swing in the House in that state Senate seat. It was a 30-point swing.
Wow, really? That's really promising. Now I might actually get excited. I'm gonna get a little excited.
Mm-hmm.
So, okay, all right.
Yeah, we've already had 2.9 million seats or 2.9 million votes in the early voting in the Democratic side in the primary.
In a primary.
Right. And the vote's actually tomorrow. The election day is actually tomorrow.
That's crazy. All right. People, I think people are in. People are.
Well, we're in a state. People forget this. We're in a state that that Democrats actually outnumber Republican voters. There's more registered Democrats than there is registered Republicans.
Yeah. And Val, looking here, it looks like it was 51 in 24. So it was 51%, almost 52% Republican, and just about 46.7% to the Democrats, and then a smattering to independents. but not as wide of a gap as I would have thought, and that was in 24.
Right.
So,
you got to remember that the race with, I'm trying to remember his name, the guy from El Paso, big guy. He tried to run for president, Beto. Okay, Beto O'Rourke.
Yep.
The governor's race with Beto O'Rourke was only won by 300,000 votes.
It's really not much in a state with a population like yours. That's really not much.
Well, it's really not a lot when the attorney general came out and said that he did away with 2.5 million votes.
That's a good point. That's a good point. Solid
From
point.
one county, Harris County, which is Houston.
Yeah. Oh boy. Oh, I'm excited. That's exciting stuff. That's good stuff. Thank you, by the way. Thank you to DHJ for the 99-cent super chat over on the tube. Appreciate you, guys. We're just about hitting the 2 a.m. mark. I think I might wrap this thing up for this evening. We've had a very eventful evening, but 2 a.m. is roundabout when we usually call this thing. So, I would say that we should probably close up shop. Do you guys have anything else to read off? Anything else?
I want people to remember what's going on right now, because I don't know if you actually talked about it tonight. I just came on just a little bit ago, but I want people to remember what's happening in Iran, and I want people to talk about this more, because what people are not realizing is the power vacuum that is about to be created in the Middle East.
Yep. Erica, Nemo, you guys got anything else before we wrap things up over here?
No, I don't have any more. I just want to say thank you so very much to everyone. You guys were super awesome tonight. This was fun. I started focus on what I was doing. Someone said they wanted a I am smarter than a Trump supporter mug, like a big one, and I did a big one. So there's a 20 ounce on the website now. So you have a really big mug. It's a 20 ounce. You should go buy it. EricaEffect.com. All right. I'm getting good at this promo stuff, aren't I, Matt?
I mean, I feel like you've always been good at this promo stuff, but I'm like, So.
Oh, really? I don't know about that, but I'm trying. So yeah, guys, but thank you so much. Thank you, Matt. Thank you, Nemo. Hi, Val. And everyone, just keep doing all the good things.
Thank you, friend. Appreciate you.
Good to see you, Erica.
We'll catch you
Bye,
later,
guys.
friend. Bye.
See ya.
See you, Nemo.
See you, man.
Bye, Val.
I have one. I don't know if I caught this one earlier. So this is on the other Blue app. Thank you, Lori, for that. You said you're awesome, Nemo. Thank you. Thank you very much. I appreciate that. Yeah, tonight was good for the studio fund. So thank you all very much.
You guys were very kind. We appreciate the support very much. It really does help. It really does help things continue to move. So it does mean a lot. Thank you all very much. Thank you for being here, and getting those likes up and spending your time with us. We appreciate all of you fine folks over on the tube. Oh, thank you guys. Thank you guys. Really. Thank you to all of our friends over on the tube. If you're not already, please subscribe both to myself and to Nemo. You can find his link down in the description. You can find support for us down here in the description. You can also do it over here on TikTok in the bio. Links for both of us in our link trees. Also links to join up on the Discord. Nemo's Discord in both mine and his, and Ari's and mine. We really get on well in the live chat. It's a lot of fun. Join up in the Discord. Also, you'll get notifications when Nemo goes live and different things. So it's lots of fun. Strongly recommend. Can we do a dedicated live to raise money for Nemo? I mean, we probably might need to work on do something like that, because Nemo does need to hit that studio fund, because we need to get him up. I've had an idea now. because I want to try a few, or maybe we'll try a few new things, but I definitely want to try more of a split screen view. But the way that we would probably go about doing that would be to do something like what Ari and Jimmy do when they do a live together. So they're each broadcasting from a separate spot, and then I forget which piece of software he's using to bring the two feeds together. She told me once. I don't. But anyways, it's really simple. And then you just do the same thing. You can route the calls, and you can enter like in real time. But then it's more like, we can do that, but we can get the feed over here and on the tube. It's like, and then also, we could dual stream that to both tubes, and like there's like those some. But to do that, Nemo needs a setup that is similar to mine here. And my setup here is a bit more robust because, you guys know that, there were times early on with the studio stuff that we were lagging and different things, and I finally moved over to my Mac Studio, which luckily I have because I've done music recording. But this machine was not cheap when I bought it, and it had a lot of RAM and specifically built with an Apple M2 processor, to handle high volume stuff. So it's really a matter of that. So anyways, that might be something we could talk about, but it might not be a bad idea to help. So just a thought. But we really do appreciate it. It's really been great. Thank you for the support. This tonight was a great example of a really wonderful night with you guys. We really appreciate it. So thank you.
Yeah, that was great.
Looking at who is live, I see Dan is live. Dan's live. We could go over to Dan. I don't know if he's doing debates. We could go to Dan. Joey is live.
Alrighty.
I don't know. What do you think?
Yeah, let's raid Dan. I think we raided Joey last night, right?
We did, and let's go to Dan. Dan's never live when we're done, so that'd be great. Dan Malik, we can I'll pop his at into the chat here. Bobbity boopity. It's just Dan Malik politics, basically. Here. Oh, he's going through the Clinton deposition. Oh, that's good. There you go. Here you go, guys. Go on over and let's say hi to Dan. It'd be lots of fun. All of our friends over on the tube, thank you guys again. We appreciate you. Hope you have a great night, and we'll see you back tomorrow night. And thank you. Same thing to